Thursday night, I took out, Artie wasn't around, but I took out Robin, Fred and his wife Allison, Gary Baba Booey Delabate and his wife Mary, and Benjy to dinner at a very fancy restaurant,
That's
Danielle.
beautiful.
Place I've always wanted to go to.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
missed
had
a
a-
wonderful meal.
I'm sure it's amazing.
We had a wonderful meal, but I have to say, Robin, Jesus. So anyway, we're having dinner.
What did I do?
I'm gonna give it to you a little
It was
bit.
a tease.
No, well, I will comment on the entire dinner, but and we had a great night. Don't let this.
Raspberry on you.
Yeah, but anyway, so we go to dinner, and you know,
you're not going to comment on Robin.
Well, Benjy, I got plenty to say, but you're taking top billing this today.
I can't even imagine.
What did I do, Fred?
I'm going to tell you.
I'm
what you
going to
did.
guess it's about your veganism
The only
somehow.
thing the only thing I can think
although
of,
I told her I want. Let me just tell the story. I
You're all
really wanted her to
guessing.
drop the veganism for the night, but she wouldn't do it. She's
even
very,
for a
very
night.
into it. Anyway, we had a great time. So, you know, Robin is a wine expert.
Right.
And I said to her, listen, Robin, I'm going to give you the wine menu. Pick out a wine for us to drink. And Robin picked out a beautiful wine. They served it. It was delicious. And the waiter comes over to me, would you like to continue with this wine? I said, sure. If Robin picked it, that's what she wants. That's what we'll have.
Well, that's why I sent him over to you. I said, you ask Mr. Stern if he wants to continue
Yeah, sure.
with this.
I mean, absolutely. It was delicious. So we're getting toward the end of the meal. The waiter comes over, and he hands everybody at the table an envelope. I open up the envelope, and it's the actual label to the bottle of wine to show you what you have. I've been to Danielle a couple of times. They never do that. I said, uh-oh. What the fuck is going on here? Why are they giving me maybe because they know this is my crew and this is important to me. Well, the bill comes. Gary was looking over my shoulder. Now, he just told me this. He didn't say anything to me that night.
Uh-oh.
Robin ordered a wine. Now, Robin, let me explain something to you. Because sometimes, I don't know where you grew up, but actually I
Here
did.
we go. You know where I grew up.
When someone says to you, order a bottle of wine, listen to me. So you know this for the future. I'm all right with it. I'm fine with it.
I know what you're going to say.
You say to yourself, okay, what am I going to order here? I have never ordered.
Let me tell you about the wine list. Now, he didn't look at the wine list.
I've been there a million times. I know the wine list.
There were bottles of wine there that were $1,200.
All right. Were there bottles that are $100 or $200?
I was looking in the French section, so I don't know.
Okay. So listen to this. Listen to this. I get the bill.
Yeah.
It took my breath away.
I was ordering one bottle of wine. He kept them coming.
Listen. So wait, let me finish. Let me finish because I'm going to teach you something. I know you know everything, but let me teach you one thing if I can, and this will stick with you, even if you fight me on the air about it. So I get the bill, and now I went like this. like my breath.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I went like this.
I was there.
I did. Gary saw it.
You must have had. You must have needed a burp or
And
something.
Beth made a comment. She even joked about that the first time they went out, Howard looks at the bill and he makes that face, but except this time he wasn't kidding.
Let me tell you, so I had to add it up. Each bottle of wine was $800.
7.
No, I guess tax or
How
something.
many did you have?
Well, 3 bottles. And this shithead Benjy, they serve him wine.
What happened?
He doesn't even drink it.
Yeah.
You know what they do with it? They give everybody wine. If you're not going to drink wine, don't ask for wine. In other words, say to the waiter, Benjy, I don't drink.
You got to be specific with that too, because they'll keep it coming.
That's a good point.
You don't know. First of all, your manners are ridiculous. But I'm going to tell you about Benjy. Robin's in trouble, but you're in real big trouble. So anyway,
It was good wine.
Let me ask you this.
When you are invited to, I remember a story. Tom Chiasano took a client out to a lunch or a dinner and said, order a bottle of wine.
Right.
The client ordered a $600 bottle of wine. He came back. He goes, that motherfucker. If I wasn't paying for it, you think he'd ever order a $600 bottle of wine? Now, I've never ordered an $800 bottle of wine in my life.
It must have been
Well,
good.
I would say to you, if I was doing that, I would have ordered that wine.
You are insane.
Okay.
You're a high roller.
It's one night.
No.
Now,
Well,
Not every
let me
night.
ask you
so
something.
the wine bill alone was over $2,400.
Oh, man. Wow.
Whoa.
I didn't tell them to keep bringing it.
listen, I said to myself, Robin knows. I figure you know, Robin will go order a $200 bottle of wine.
You should have ordered yourself. Don't ever ask me to order
Oh, did I learn my lesson with you?
I will do what I would do.
Oh, my God. Wow. And I even said it to Beth. I said, Robin would have ordered that if we were out to dinner.
Yes, I would have.
I said, but
I've done it before for you.
I said, she's filing for bankruptcy next week.
Now, let me ask you something. The waiter at a place like that.
The waiter... Because the waiter comes over to me, and I should have figured it out. He said to me, do you want to continue with the wine? But they always ask you that. I said, sure. I said, whatever Robin ordered.
But a waiter at a place like that, he knows you're a regular, this guy?
Yeah.
Have you seen him before? Do you think it's proper for him to say to you, sir, this is more...
No, it would be embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, right? So
he heard me say to Robin, order the wine.
Right.
Robin should look out for me, but she didn't.
So when he came over and said, should I bring that again? He came over to me. I said, you have to discuss that with Mr. Stern.
But he didn't discuss it with me. You should have said, Howard, it's $800 a bottle.
Oh, but that's interesting. I mean, but Robin did say that probably in wanting the guy to say, no, but...
I wanted him to.
I was all right with it.
That's the reason I sent him over there.
Right. I didn't obsess on it all week, and I said to Beth, listen, Robin's a high roller.
Oh, here we go.
What are you saying, Fred?
Do you think...
I'm flabbergasted. I don't think I've ever had a $700 bottle.
No, this was $800.
$800.
Well, that must have been taxed.
I knew things were a little pricey because I ordered a scotch there before you guys got there. And
Trust me, the scotch was fine.
And no, but the scotch is a little pricier in that joint than they are in a lot of other places.
The whole meal without the wine would have run me about I don't know, $1,200 or something.
For that amount of people, that's
actually pretty good in Manhattan.
That's reasonable.
But the $2,400, Robin jacked it up too.
I'll pay you for the wine.
No.
I will.
Here's the question I have.
Look, all I can say is...
Gary, am I right?
No, here's the question I have.
Wine,
I know Robin said that when the guy came back, she said, you have to ask Mr. Stern. But if Mr. Stern doesn't know what the bottle costs, of course he would say keep it coming because he thinks it's reasonable.
But there's an indication there when I send him over. Look, you better take a look at this.
I was at the table, and I missed the signals you two had, the indication.
I didn't have any signal.
The signal is, look, you're paying this bill. You ought to know what you're doing.
But how would he know? How would he know what the price is?
Because when the guy says that, he ought to say, well, let me look.
And as Gary points out, Robin's off on that one. When you're
like I said, I'll give you a check for $2,400.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't cash it.
I will send it to you some other way. Then I don't want to hear about you in this wine. It's what I would do.
Well, I have to say, I'll just say this in the interest of peace here.
How about the signal being, "Hey Howard, it's $800 a bottle."
She should say, "Hey Howard, it's $800 a bottle. Can I order another one?"
It is for the waiter to say it. So I'm supposed to yell it across the table?
No, you whisper it to me. You see the smoke signal.
I'm not near you.
And by the way.
Wow.
So Gary indicates that he did not drink any wine. If he had, he said he probably would have driven it up to 4 bottles.
I didn't. I said to the guy, he gave me a little bit, and I gave mine to Mary. If I was drinking wine the way I drink, we'd have been at 4 bottles, easy.
Right. Well, thank God Benjy didn't drink the rest.
Wow.
Well, you two are very.
Any of that wine.
You two are very, very generous with each other. With each other, with gifts to each other, what you do for each other. So
Robin's right. She would actually. She would do that.
That is not something I wouldn't do if I was paying the bill.
Yeah, that's why I like going to dinner when you pay.
Thank you. And from now on, you'll never take me out to dinner.
All right. Don't punish me.
I will take you. I will never be taken by you again.
That's what I'm looking for.
I don't want to hear it. I don't even look at the price when I take you out. I pay.
Do you think Robin's crazy now?
I think that she's got a little bit of misplaced anger on this and what she thinks about later today.
No,
you'll understand that.
Saying that when I go to a certain place, I like to have a certain kind of time, and I do.
But that's your dime.
George, let's go. You're on the air.
And it will be on my dime. That's what I'm saying from now on. I won't have to worry about it.
Now, Robin is very generous with me. But still, when you go out to dinner with a group of people, you kind of keep an eye on the price. You don't go $800 a bottle. You don't. You don't. I'm just telling you for the future.
You didn't go $800 a bottle. You just paid for dinner. I'm paying for the wine.
Yeah, I would never accept it.
I will give it to you, and you're going to take it.
You've spent thousands of dollars on me.
I'm going to give it to you, and you're going to take it.
I'm just telling you for the future.
I'm going to give it to you, and you
won't take it.
Going to take it.
I get taken out to restaurants in Manhattan all the time.
Right.
And people, it's just not called for. It's way above and beyond. I've been to Danielle, Oriole, all the best restaurants, and it's just rude. And you take a medium-priced bottle of wine, maybe $200-300, but $800 is just way over the top, and doesn't show very many manners.
I don't care what you say. I'm paying for the wine. I'm adding to the dinner.
And paying for the wine while someone else is buying is rude as well.
Yes, that's even more rude. Now you really
this up is rude as well.
Well, we do a radio show. It was too good not to. I had to.
To bring this up is very rude.
It is.
You just don't take me out to dinner ever again, or ask me to buy a bottle of wine.
Don't be silly.
I think Robin might be catching some unnecessary shit here, but I think it's a lack of communication. I think what I would have done is maybe gone over to you and say, look, I know wine and how, maybe see, have a conversation.
Are you comfortable with this?
Look, we can have a great bottle. It's an $800 bottle of wine. We can enjoy one of them, and then maybe you choose another wine afterwards.
How are you comfortable with this and showing it to me?
Across the room from him.
I know,
I know. Me in this position.
I wouldn't do that across the room. I would say, look, we could experience this, and then maybe go to something later.
Well, that's why I was trying to send the guy there to say, no, just tell him to pick another bottle of wine.
Just say for the future when you go out to dinner with other people, not me.
I wouldn't do that. I'm always taking everybody out anyway.
Yeah, me too. I always foot the bill. Now, Benjy really is something else. So, first of all, thank you, George. Benjy.
Thank you, shithead.
So Benjy.
He probably takes nobody up for anything.
Well, he knows rudeness.
I say, Beth said, let's make the reservation for 7:30. I said, listen, my crew gets up early. I knew Robin was leaving the next day. You were going off to, I don't know where you were going. You were going flying for an enema. It's another thing.
Flying for an enema. And I wouldn't buy a $1,200 bottle of wine.
Right. So I said to Beth, let's make it for 7 o'clock because I said maybe Gary's staying in the city. I don't know what's going on.
When you live out in the city, that's tough to negotiate.
Yeah. So we make it for 7 o'clock. Robin, Fred, Gary, we're all there.
Right.
Basically 7 o'clock. Within 5 minutes of 7 o'clock. Who's not there? Benjy.
And he lives in the city.
Now, Benjy knows I'm not looking for him anyway. You know what I'm saying, Robin?
Right,
I mean, he's getting in by the skin of his teeth into this group because he sits in the studio during the show. And I love Benjy. Don't get me wrong. He's a good guy. But
he's been here a decade.
Right.
Or longer, actually.
Quite frankly, we've discussed this. Benjy's there should be in the Sal Richard category. Except that Benjy works in the studio with us. So therefore, he's part of that dinner. So I invite him, and no Benjy. A half hour. Now, everyone was hungry. We were all starting to drink. And I said to the waiter, look, I don't know where this guy is. I don't know what he's doing.
Half an hour late?
Half an hour, Artie.
Benjy, you know where
wait
you
a
work,
second.
man.
I'm not even done. This is just the beginning, and I'm sure Robin and Fred can fill in the holes, but and Gary as well. So I'm sitting there, and Robin knows I'm getting annoyed.
Right.
Because, I'm only good for so many hours. And when I'm drinking, it's like, I'm going to fall asleep.
And the waiters are standing around, and everybody's waiting for us to do something. We're waiting for Benjy.
Yeah, so we're waiting and waiting. And finally I said, listen, let's get some stuff. Let's get some appetizers and things. And when this guy shows up, and now I'm down to calling him this guy. Like, I don't even know him. Because I'm so fucking mad. I go, and I even said to Robin, I said, what could he be doing?
What's holding him up?
This is an important function. I'm his, quote unquote boss.
Yeah. It is.
It's a time to be impressive. At the very least, be on time.
It's a work thing.
Yeah, and he knows I hate that he's not prompt because even on the show he pulls the same bullshit.
Right.
So maybe he got a mental problem. I don't know. So he walks in, fat as ever, sits down, sweating profusely. Now, Artie, you've seen it up close every day, but I mean sweating.
Like he ran to the dinner in a suit.
And then he sits I was thinking Robin was going to sit next to Beth, but Robin sat down next to Fred. And Benjy.
I didn't see the chair open next to Beth.
That one was for you.
Oh.
There was a whole discussion about where Robin will sit. But
when Benjy showed up, I was like, where's he going to sit? And then I saw this, he, sat there.
And without Benjy, you could easily have leaned over and showed Howard the price of the wine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Benjy.
That's Benjy's fault that this all happened. So Benjy sits down.
There's a deflection.
Sweating profusely. where were you? And his answer was, Gary, what was his, Fred, do you know?
I know his exact answer.
Go ahead, Robin.
I started to get ready at 6:15, and I miscalculated.
Yeah. Now, the guy has to throw on a suit and come here. I mean,
yeah, who knows what getting ready is, but he didn't get ready until 6:15. Start to get ready until 6:15.
So, like a chick, he shows up late, like I'm on a date with this guy. Then he shows up, and so the meal is delayed.
But 7:30 dinner?
7 o'clock
All
dinner.
right. 6:15.
He shows up 7:30. So he orders a dinner. Now, this fucking guy is so fat. I mean, how much you weigh now, Benj?
About 235.
Okay, 235. Shows up. He's not going to order an appetizer. He's not hungry, he says. Now, I said,
I mean,
Benji.
he's making all kinds of hubbub.
Yeah, like a whole thing. I go, Benji, look at the size of you.
Stop lying that you don't eat.
Yeah, what do you mean you don't eat? What do you mean? What are you talking about? You're not going to have an app. Do what everyone else is doing. Just fucking fit in. So he's carrying on. So
he calls attention to him.
So I told him. So he orders an appetizer. What'd you get? The tuna tartare?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember. I was more obsessed with. I don't know what I ate, but I know what this fuck ate. And he orders tuna tartare, which he barely touches. And by the way, the other time I took him to dinner was Nobu, and he wouldn't eat any fish. Okay, so
now he's ordering tuna tartare.
So now at the table, he orders fish, tuna tartare, and he orders a trout or something. I don't know what he ordered. A bass, some bullshit.
It was
and
a
the whole
choice of fish.
You know, and then all of a sudden he goes, "I love fish. I love fish. I love it." And I'm remembering it. Nobu, he didn't love fish. Now this place has meat. This place has everything. They'll serve you a fucking duck and a pig and a chicken.
They'll serve you game.
They'll serve you anything you want. They'll kill a lion for you and cook it.
I love fish.
All right. You don't love fish. You don't eat fish. At Nobu, you wouldn't eat fish. That's the greatest fish place in the country.
That's not true. I ordered a fish at Nobu. I had salmon at Nobu.
Okay. All right. So he goes, I love fish. I love fish.
No, because you were yelling at me that I wasn't eating.
Wait.
I said, this is
great. So we start eating dinner. Everyone's done with dinner. Benji's whole plate of fish is still completely there.
No.
So I go, Benji, what's the matter? Don't you like it? I love fish. I love fish. The waiter comes over, he says, can I clear the table? Benji goes, no, I'm still eating mine. Now,
Howard, can I just give you a timeline on that?
Yeah.
So, Artie, you've been at dinner with Howard. You know, Howard likes to move things along. So Howard claps his hands and says, let's order dessert, which is the signal to let's clear the table. Benji hasn't eaten anything yet. When the waiter comes, he says, can I take your plate? Benji's in the middle of the story. He goes, no, I'm going to wait. So now Howard's dying to move it along and have dessert, and Benji's talking and not eating.
Like Benji can't read a signal.
Howard, why is
Benji
he
cannot
not eating?
read.
Howard.
He can. Why is he not eating? He can't.
Howard.
He can't read the signal that everyone's exhausted.
Howard, I like you.
Yeah.
But I don't give that much of a fuck.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? Honestly, Benji,
nice
if you're going to get ahead in life, you got to read signals at a table. You're there with a bunch of coworkers, and you're sitting there. You're not eating. You never ate your fish. We waited 10 more. We waited 10 more minutes.
I didn't want to order an appetizer because I didn't.
Benji, we all were done, and then you said you told the waiter to hold off on desserts for 10 minutes.
I didn't tell him to hold off.
Yeah, you said I'm still eating. That means they're not going to order dessert, and you didn't eat the rest of your fish. You fucking sat there with it. Fucking return the fish.
You are
bullshit. Gary was going insane too, and I'm not the only one. And believe me, Robin hates you. She just won't say.
I didn't even know why he was there.
Oh, Benji knows that.
I just.
He's just annoying. Gary, help me out here. Will you explain the word?
No, Ben, seriously, here's what happened. Just give me 2 seconds.
No.
Give me 2 seconds, and then you can talk. Give me 2 seconds.
Funny.
Go, Gary.
Dude, you got to learn not to give so much a fuck. Just sit down, have a nice time.
But it's his dinner.
You didn't give a fuck that you're a half hour late and you're sweating all over the goddamn table? What's with you? What are you sweating from?
I'm another. Wasn't it like 17 degrees that night?
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty chilly.
Yeah, it's hard to work up a sweat.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Benji. The world doesn't revolve around you. The dinner was for 7 o'clock. To say you can't come.
I sweated to piss you off.
Why did you show up at 7:30?
First of all, I got there at 7:20.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't. Yeah. Go ahead, Gary.
No, I think it was 7:30.
Here it is, Benji. Seriously, I know what you're saying about Howard should relax and all that stuff, but you understand, A, he's your boss, B, he invited you to dinner. So if you're going to go to that dinner, there's going to be a certain way things run. If you don't want to deal with that, you probably should just not come. But once you come and you realize it's Howard, you know how he gets. Benji, he goes like this. This is exactly how he goes. He goes, all right, let's order dessert. And that went right over your head.
Yeah, always.
And so you were telling a funny story And they did come to
You
get
know why? Because Benjy entertains no one. He doesn't care about anyone. And when someone he doesn't sit and pick up signals. I know people like Benjy. They're the most annoying people. They've been so pampered in life and so babied that they don't pick up on what's going on at the table. Robin had finished. Fred had finished.
Yeah.
Everyone was sitting there. It was time for me as the host to move the evening along. The waiter was looking toward me to find out, should I clear the table? And you're the only asshole who's sitting there, and you didn't even finish.
Your food must have been cold by then.
Right.
I was enjoying it.
It was cold, Robin. I put my finger in it to touch the temperature.
Benjy, you were at my house that night. That Howard, you know that there's he gets tired early. That's why we eat dinner early.
Right.
Gary, you were tired too. Everyone was.
Everyone
You
was
get up early.
tired. It was
fucking
I
order
looked around the table.
Because we were waiting.
Yawning.
Because as a courtesy, the way manners are, you wait for everybody to be finished.
I would have ordered dessert. Oh, don't get me
And
wrong.
then you would have been mad. Why
No,
are you
the
turning
waiter-
in your fish before you're done?
No,
with it?
the waiter would not take our dessert order. There's etiquette at
There's
a
a
fine
protocol,
restaurant.
All right.
You were holding up the
I
table.
thought we had
At least
a good
eat
time.
your fish.
I thought we had a good time.
We had a good time. Not you. We had a good time without you. When you showed up, things got horrible.
All right.
We had a good half hour before things got bad. No, we had a nice time. I enjoyed your company. I love being there with you.
You were fine in conversation.
I mean,
but
listening
there's a
to your
few things.
unbelievable sex life, which I don't believe a word
Was
of.
there more of that?
Yeah, oh.
I got to tell you, my
'Cause
wife.
I thought we got the guys' version at Nobu.
No.
He went into. Yeah,
Benjy
really?
loves to talk about his sex
Well,
life.
yeah.
Mary turned around
It
to me.
was
She goes,
interesting.
"Is that
Real.
possible?"
Yeah, is it real?
And I go, "I think it is." And she goes, "That's really disgusting." She likes you, Ben, but she was sort of creeped out.
Benji's up to like really
No, this-
dangerous behavior.
this
is
Like he's
a long
like
time
Benji's
ago.
going to get killed.
Yeah, he's the female version of looking for Mr. Goodbar.
Like Benji, one story about his sex life is he goes on these, Craigslist or whatever they are,
Right.
and he, some guy invites him to his hotel room to fuck some girls in front of
in
him.
front of him.
And like he's going into strange hotels.
Right.
He's
and
going to
he
be.
doesn't know who these people are.
Yeah.
He's in a strange location and nobody knows he's there.
And when he shows up, doesn't the guy go, "I don't want to watch you fuck anybody," and the girls don't want to fuck you.
That guy must really be
I said,
disgusted.
I said,
did that
Benji,
really happen?
Yes. And I said, Benji, aren't you worried? And he goes, "Yeah."
But did you fuck a girl in front of a guy?
Yeah.
Wow, that.
And he said the girls were
A
like
stranger, Artie, a stranger at a hotel.
They were models, right?
He didn't come on my chest or anything, but yeah.
Were they models?
They looked like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were.
Yeah, he describes the scene. But meanwhile, would you go
Models.
to
This was
somebody?
a long time ago. I'm
No,
dating
but
regular
say-
chicks now and dating regularly.
Oh, they must be
Wrigley?
delighted.
Well, anyway, so Gary.
And that guy, and I won't say, but he is famous. And that guy, if you want to, I would reveal.
Don't do that.
No, don't do me
What,
any
the
favor.
guy
I know-
who watched
Really,
you?
that night at
Quiet.
the
Total
dinner.
coincidence.
Stop.
Yeah, no,
He
I don't
doesn't know
want
who I am. He doesn't know I know him.
it. I don't want to.
Oh, I think I know who he is, actually.
No, you don't.
I think you told me.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Was it Sam Ben Ruby? No. All right. Anyway, so
No, Sam would know Benji.
Right.
Sam would throw Benji out. I got to
That's
tell you.
Benji.
I got to tell you.
Wow.
This Benji's such a character.
Right as name.
I love him. I don't want to be too harsh, but he was.
Actually, that guy scares me. If he knows, I would never reveal him.
But understand something, Benji.
Yeah.
You're going to go out with people in the future. Forget about me. I understand you're trying to be
You
eccentric.
think he's going to go out with people in the future?
I don't know. I said that to make him feel better. But if you do, show up on time, or when you read the signals at the table. Come on.
Or just keep up with what's going on.
Yeah.
There are no signals to be read. Everybody's doing basically the same thing. When their entree comes, they eat it.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Like that's the time to eat your entree. Save it. Don't save it for later.
I was eating.
And no, you weren't.
But you realize
never
that
finished.
hold on, seriously, and I'm not being a dick, Benji. Did you notice that everybody's plate on the table, this is true, was empty, and yours was completely full?
Well, you guys are pigs. You eat so quickly.
No, really, but see, like you notice that stuff, and you say, either like I don't want to hold 7 other people up, so I'm either going to eat quicker or I'm going to forego what's left of my meal.
When are you going to eat your dinner? I mean, what point in the night? And then we waited 10 more minutes, and you still hadn't eaten it. You never ate it.
Right, you did not
know
touch
what?
that food from the time the waiter
you
came.
weren't going to eat.
I honestly didn't realize that that it would be considered a faux pas for other people to order dessert while someone else is still eating.
Yeah, but it's not Denny's, it's Danielle.
All right,
It's
so
like we're having a
that's
dining
cool.
experience
that
together.
That didn't hit me until you said it.
I'm sure there's no Danielle in North Carolina.
Listen, I'm not being an asshole about it. That's the way it works. The waiter's not going to take desserts until the place is ready to go. It's not done. You could see that the guy was waiting. If you had bothered to pay attention. Well, anyway.
Write down the name of the guy who watched your fucking chick.
Yeah, I'd like to know that with myself.
Really.
Don't just
You don't even. You know what? It's so boring.
For the air. Is it boring? Do you know who it is?
Yeah, it's nobody you know, and it's nobody anybody knows. He thinks the guy's famous. The guy has a high-profile kind of job. You would know the job, not the guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Write down the guy's job.
I do have to say that Benji's stories I was riveted.
They were
is
good stories.
Riveted.
Yeah. Benji's a lot of fun.
That's what you should do in stand-up, by the way. You should tell those stories.
I wish I could.
Don't
You know,
But,
don't do it.
Those
They
stories he
work
doesn't tell.
without, some of them work without.
as the stories were going, Beth started going further and further
Oh,
away.
she almost crawled under Howard.
She started moving closer to me to get away from the disease that has to be crawling on Benji's body.
They shouldn't even joke about that.
Right.
I would take a test on the air.
Okay.
Did you come to New York? Did you come to New York as someone from, like, you know, the South? And I'm being serious. Did you come here with the goal of being part of that, like, outer fringe Andy Warhol gang, like New York City nook and cranny getting blown everywhere? Like,
Yeah, the underground crowd.
did you want to
that's
be
so
a
hip.
part of that thing?
I've kind of always been attracted to anything underground. Not just sex. Just sex. It's more illustrated when it's sex. But I like underground stuff.
Right.
Yeah, good
Well,
for you.
I mean, it is, dude.
Gee, Artie,
it
too
is-
bad you weren't at the dinner. You could have asked these questions.
I'm just saying, it is dangerous.
And had your dinner delayed, too.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I wish, you know, look.
Anyway, we had a great time.
I would love to have failed the piss test
Except
for an
that
$800
now I
bottle of
feel
wine.
horrible.
Nah, come on.
So
I
don't invite
would
me
never even
anymore.
bring it up unless we were on the
Don't
air.
invite me anymore. I feel awful.
I knew you would, but I had to do it because it was too good to bring
that's
up
how
on
much
the
you
air.
care about me.
Yeah, the show comes first.
How did Fred and Gary rank?
Roberto, you're on the air.
Can I contribute a little
How
at
you
least?
doing? You know, it's a given that Benji's a classless fat slob with pig eyes, but Howard, come on, bro. All we need to know is that I don't care what you've earned over the course of your life. Just the $83 million that you earned as a bonus. You just pick up the check and shut up about what Robin ordered or didn't order. I mean,
We're doing a radio
if
show,
not
sir.
now,
I think
when would you enjoy an $800 bottle of wine with your friends?
Roberto, this is a radio show. So I bring things up. Read between
Well,
the
that's
lines.
not. You know what? That's not true because you drew.
But I'm bringing up etiquette. I'm teaching Robin, too. She needs to
I
learn.
know
You don't
etiquette.
think part of etiquette is just keeping quiet?
Roberto,
about it?
if you went to
He
dinner...
knows my etiquette, not his.
Robin, the truth be told, I would never be mad at Robin for that because she's so generous with me. The idea that I got to pay her back a little bit would be great. So believe me, I'm not upset about it.
Hey, can I ask Robin a question?
Yes.
I got your back 100% on this, Robin, but I'm curious. You embrace this sort of vegan lifestyle, and you spend so much of your time detoxing, living a pure life. Why do you continue to consume alcohol?
Yeah,
which the
that's a
human
good
body
question.
just
I don't
sees as
drink
a poison?
often, but I do like a glass of wine every now and then.
You just can't get that out of your life. You can't.
I
muster
certainly
resolve or
could. I'm not
discipline.
addicted to wine. I'm not Artie.
But I feel if
I'm
you're
not addicted to wine either.
you're detoxing and you're taking enemas and colonics.
I'm not.
Howard, Robin's an
I was
addict.
going to get on a detox regimen when we were leaving, so this was my farewell to food.
I agree with Roberto. I think wine and all alcohol should be cut out of
Well,
your life.
again, my nutritionist says wine is okay.
Well, then I think you can eat some cream in your soup.
No, I can't.
That tells me I just got to get a nutritionist that says steak's okay.
You got to get a nutritionist. Heroin's okay.
That's what I did. I looked for one until I found one who said wine was
Right.
okay.
I don't like you.
Roberto is right, though, Robin.
No, he's
I always
not.
thought that was interesting that you've cut out every
First
food
of all,
except
I'm
wine.
not an overindulger in anything.
Right. I didn't say
I
if you
don't
were.
overindulge in wine. Wine, again, you would like my vice to be cream and soup. I would like my vice to be wine.
But
Yeah.
you aspire to one day rid yourself of this need to drink wine.
I don't
it's
have a
just-
need to drink wine. I like wine.
I think you can't let go of the pretension of ordering $800 bottles of wine. That's what I think you can't let go.
Interesting
You're an
theory.
expert. I'll tell you
Your
what, the
uppity
wine
attitude
people
is
at
the
Danielle
addiction.
were impressed enough to give me the label. I mean, my God.
What do they steam that off?
Yeah.
Yeah, they must have been
Oh,
back there
wow.
steaming.
Hey, can
Thank
I
you.
have that?
You know, I when I looked at the price, I was so shocked I forgot to take my label with me.
Oh, okay.
Because someone asked me, said, "Well, what was this wine you drank?" Shh. I said, I was, listen, I almost passed out at the table, so I forgot to bring the name.
You were a little woozy and left your...
Let me ask you this.
What was the name of this wine,
It
Robin?
was a Dujac wine. I'd have to look at the label, too, because they make a number of different wines.
A Dujac. You didn't say that.
Please.
You underpaid. A Dujac.
I got off cheap.
Yeah. Now, what do you think the restaurant pays for that bottle of wine?
I've heard they mark it up 3 times.
300%, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
how they make their money.
They probably get it for $250.
Let me ask you something, Howard, about something that if you thought about with retiring. Say you didn't have the radio show and this happens. Would you just harbor resentment for Robin forever?
No, in fact,
that would fester.
It's not as funny to say this, but the fact of the matter is I was kind of glad Robin did that because Robin's very generous with me and everyone on the show. And in order to pay her back, no, you're not.
I'm using that as an example in your life. I mean, there seems to be a lot of things getting to know you that you get out on the air that seems almost therapeutic to you. Do you think that would be a problem for you without the radio
no problem.
show?
No.
Because you're just going to stop seeing people.
Because no one will see me again. And poor Beth will see me. Trust me. No, Rob and I will see for life. And,
right, I'm sure you
And
will.
Fred, but not Benjy. I mean, once I retire, I will never see Benjy again. I'm sure of that.
Benj, when's the last time you did that? You went to a weird sex situation. Be honest. Like you went to an apartment from that bullshit.
It's happening all the time.
Well, he claims he's not doing that anymore.
He is, though.
Howard, what is that all about? I mean,
I'm dating regular chicks.
No, but I mean that whole like dangerous like.
What is it about?
What is it about?
You're looking at a guy who can't get laid. So the only way he's going to get laid is through some freaky scenes.
No, I think he actually can get laid, but I mean the whole has to be like almost like on a tightrope with like almost like with a gun to your head.
Listen, what normal person who values their life? You know, when Artie does heroin, I go, I love Artie, and he seems like such a normal guy, but then he's risking his health and his life.
That seems more normal to me.
Well, you're getting high.
It's more normal.
None of it is normal.
Well, it's more normal to me than what Benjy puts himself. He goes to a room where some guy says, "Come in and fuck some girls." It sounds to me like either you're going to get knifed. He
was even in one. He explained where it could have been like one of those rape fantasy kind of things.
Right.
You know, that's crazy because you don't know how you're getting there. You don't know if this woman is participating in this.
Well, he gets a rush out of that.
You don't know what Robin's saying is, how do you know those girls weren't given roofies?
Yeah.
And, and then they're going to accuse you of raping them.
You know, he may not have AIDS, but he definitely has genital warts.
Fuck you, dude. Dude, why don't you come down here and I'll come down here and we'll do a doctor's test.
Do you want me to examine your penis right now?
He's the fattest AIDS patient ever.
Why do you want to see his penis?
I don't, Robin, but I will look for genital warts.
We've all seen it, unfortunately. I mean, so you get a rush out of that more than sexual? You like the danger of it?
No.
You understand. You know I like you. You know you're putting your life at risk.
I am dating regular chicks now in a regular way. The problem is...
Do you know that there's something wrong with you? That you would go to a room where a guy just says, come over? I mean, don't you know that... Like,
in the middle of the night.
You don't have a bodyguard. You don't have a gun. You don't have nothing, man. You're walking in there and you're doing this weird thing. I mean, you don't know that's dangerous?
Of course it's dangerous.
Do you value your life? Do you like living?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
But anytime you get laid, it's like there's...
Listen, I want to get laid more than anything. Getting laid is the main focus of my life. You know what I mean? It's the primary focus of my life for many, many reasons. Being inside a woman's not enough for me. You know what I mean? I wish I could go inside of you and then come out through your mouth.
But you were all the way up.
Right.
You were exactly right when you said, I don't get off at all on some dude being there. I'll take the opportunity.
No, that's the dude that's going to take a gun and shoot you in the head and rob you.
Or stab you.
Yeah.
Lucky for you, you don't have any money.
Did you ever see the movie Looking for Mr. Goodbar? You should rent it.
Yeah, it was about a hot chick who gets killed. You, on the other hand, are going to get killed, and you're not even a hot chick.
Right.
Some people have that need for...
I worry about you. I do.
Action, but he's not a gambler.
You're not thinking.
No, he's gambling with sex.
Right.
Right.
But it's more of a sexual thing. Like at the end of the movie, the gambler with James Caan, he wins his bet and he needs more danger in his life. So he goes to like a drug den and tries to get into a knife fight with a big bouncer. Like he needs that action.
Yeah,
but it's the same as Looking for Mr. Goodbar. She finally winds up with a guy who's mental and clubs her to death.
Right. But it's sexual. It's not like a gambling thing.
But Benjy's is sexual. You know, like she didn't know who she was taking home either.
See, I don't know if Benjy can turn that off then.
He can't turn it off. I'll tell you why. Benjy, this isn't about sex, but Benjy's lonely.
Nah, I'm not.
No, you're lonely.
I have lots of friends.
I'm lonely. I would never do that.
Listen, I love sex. And it is hard because anytime you're home, you could just go out and get laid.
Wouldn't it be safer than to go to a stranger's house? At least go to a well-known high-end prostitute where at least you could...
I know it sounds crazy, but then it doesn't feel like it's... I don't get off on that because...
See, that's the danger.
I don't feel like I'm earning it.
Oh, okay.
Benji said something to me once. I don't think he's going to care about this, but we were in... I mean, it was something that... It kind of creeped me out, but it didn't. And it goes along the lines of this. Maybe you remember this. The last time we took the show to Vegas, we landed on the private jet, and it happened to be the day of rehab at the Hard Rock with all those strippers. And they got us an area, and it was me, and I was talking to this smoking hot blonde was talking to me. And she knew the show, and she was clearly, like, hitting on me, you know.
Right.
And I was sort of like, you know, drinking with her and everything. Then he said to me, he goes, don't you, isn't it like a turn on to do you think like you could just be fucking this chick in like 5 seconds up in your room? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe if I, you know, later on or something. He goes, but isn't that fucking amazing that you could just fuck her right now? And I'm like, he was getting too into the question.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
God knows what was going on in his head.
Yeah, I was starting to think, like, what do you want to do?
Well, anyway, that was our dinner.
Do you remember that?
That's the creepy moment?
No, but because it was like you were I don't know if you wanted me.
I'm done with Benji.
Well, I wanted to say, what a lovely evening.
It was.
It no longer is in my mind.
You know, Robin, you know when things went downhill? I saw after Robin ordered the wine, the wait staff was high-fiving each other.
Wow. They were doing the sucker dance.
They did the sucker dance in the background. All right.
But wow. I thought I'd had a good time. I now realize I didn't.
You did not have a good time.
I did not have
I will always remember that night. That's the most expensive booze
you ever had.
I've ever
me
consumed.
Too.
Well,
I never had
the most.
Me too. The most expensive wine I ever had was maybe half that price.
Howard,
I never even had anything half that.
Do you think, because I'm going to ask Robin this too.
Well, again, if they're marking things up
maybe it was
3 times, you're drinking the wine I brought you
was really a $250.
Well, you're not
$250.
No,
not getting that
I'm
wine
saying
at Costco.
it was retail wine.
Right.
The wine I bought you for a present, each bottle is more expensive than the wine you drank.
By the way, did you hear Gary going off on you on the wrap-up show?
Oh, my God.
Did you hear that
all about?
Did you hear it?
Now what?
Oh, my God.
Hey, Howard, real quick before we end this.
I'm now giving up wine because it causes too much trouble.
You with wine, you got to hear Gary from the wrap-up. But, Dominic, what did you want to say real quick?
How do you know that Benji's really doing all this? Because
I don't.
Think about this for one moment.
I believe him.
No,
well, everyone at that table, he was shocking some women that would never, ever think of this type of behavior, would find it disgusting. And for a moment, he makes himself the most important person at the table. Mary, certainly, Robin,
right.
Beth, all these women are hearing these horrible stories, and while he's telling them, everyone's looking riveted to him. I doubt he does any of this, and I'm serious.
Well, you make a point. It did make him the star of the night.
Let's verify.
But it was fun.
I allow you, if you want to put it on the air and get those people, you can do it.
I would love you to verify.
For one of the...
You really think those people are going to come on the air?
It can be verified.
Oh, God, who are they?
One of the famous woman... I feel weird about.
Wait, there's a famous woman?
Yeah, I know that one, and I don't want to go anywhere with that.
I feel weird
I know
because
that
it's not her, you know.
Yeah.
I know
it's a different one.
I know the famous woman.
But supersonic, she used to describe the sex and not describe it the way you did, Benji. So I don't know.
What do you mean? What'd she describe?
Well, the events that you think you did. You know, in your story, you're the stud.
No, but what did Supersonic say?
Well, that you were not the super stud for her. Everyone at the table.
When did you hear her say that?
First of all, how could that be the main
Dominic,
topic?
stop a second. When did you hear her say that?
Well, she's discussed it on the air once.
And what did she say?
That it wasn't what you were saying.
That's not what she said at all. Do you guys remember what she said?
All right, can I get off Benji?
Yeah, she
Dominic,
said she was
thank
into
you. I saw you on Larry King. I got a tape of it, and gained some weight.
He's now too skinny?
Robin, he's become so thin. You know what a prune looks like? He looks like someone stuck a pin in him.
Oh,
you
no.
think I look
He's
too
deflated?
thin now, really?
Yeah, you look better heavier, maybe. I don't. You don't. But your health is probably better, so I'm happy for you.
All right, goodbye.
All right, Dominic. There he is. Anyway,
Howard,
so
do you
Gary,
think you could tell the difference between an $800 bottle of wine and a $200 bottle of wine?
You know, I'm not that sophisticated, but the wine was very good.
Robin, could you? 800 and 200, you think?
Not a good $200 bottle of wine.
Listen,
I'm not
told
that
you.
good.
I told you, this is a real quick story. I've said it on the air before. They're a very famous couple who are authors, and they write only about wine. They are wine experts.
Not the ones Benji fucked.
No, these are considered two of the top people. I remember I bought their book. Like Robin, I tried to learn something about wine. I learned less than she did. But anyway, I'm reading the book, and the guy starts off the book by saying that him and his wife were searching for a great bottle of wine. They were in wine country. They go to this place. They found a bottle of wine, and they didn't make a lot of money. And they said, this is the most expensive bottle of wine. They had to buy it. They had to try it. They were, after all, wine experts. It's part of their job. It's almost a tax write-off for them. And they bought the bottle of wine. They said, we'll save it for a special occasion. Well, they waited like a year. Special occasion shows up. They drink it. They said it was the best bottle of wine they had ever experienced in their life.
Wow.
What they didn't realize was they opened the wrong bottle. And it was, Robin, I told you this story.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. It was
I never heard this.
The wine was a $10 bottle of table wine from, I can't now remember the name. I've told this story once on the air, and I'll look up the name. I went out and bought the $10 bottle of wine because they said, we were fooled. We are wine experts. We spent our lives on this. And to show you how sometimes this can all be bullshit, we thought this $10 bottle of wine was the best wine we'd ever had. We have to be honest about it.
Nothing is bullshit.
Right.
It's all, who knows what the value of any bottle of wine is?
Right.
It's what people can get for it based on their marketing and distribution and, the value of their name.
Anyway, so Gary gave it to you on the wrap-up show. This is another wine thing that's gotten you in trouble.
Jeez.
Here's Robin getting blasted. I mean, wow.
Why do I even bother to try?
All right, here you go. This is really Robin.
Just because we both got you wine for your birthday? Is this
Listen to what Gary says. And by the way, I had heard this rap off there. He'd come to me about this.
Really?
And I didn't know he was going to go on the air with it.
I don't know what's going on around here.
I was really angry in the office this morning. And this is totally real. I bought Howard a birthday present, and I brought it on a Monday, the day of his birthday, and I put it in my office, and I just happened to mention to Howard when I was there earlier, hey, I just want to let you know, I got your birthday present. I'll just have Tracy get it over to your house. And I said, I explained what the wine was. It took all of 20 seconds. He said thank you, and it was great. Robin announced that she was bringing him wine. So we did that whole wrap on the air. So we know that Robin's bringing him wine, or that's what the present is going to be. Ronnie walks in this morning like he was her cabin boy. Like Robin walked in a full-length leather coat with mink or some chinchilla or something around the edges, and Ronnie was carrying these two big boxes. Robin puts them down on Howard's console right before the show. So there they are. So now Howard knows he's got the wine. Now Robin insists that he opens it up on the air. We know it's wine. I think it's just slowing down the show. And I don't understand what the big show of the gift was about.
And I thought, she kept saying, go inside. There's like a big payoff.
Yeah, the payoff is there's a note that says these bottles were handpicked by Robin, which they weren't. And, it's wine. It's a wonderful gift, but I don't know what all the fanfare was about.
So you took it on the chin twice now about wine.
About wine. I think I'm giving it up because it just causes me trouble.
You have to go to a new drink. No more wine for you. So there you go. You want to answer, Gary, for any reason why?
If he feels that way, I'm sorry.
Good for you taking the high road.
Wanted you to open the wine and read the note. That's all.
Well, he took great offense. Wolf? I don't understand. It slowed the whole show down.
I could have said, Howard, I want you to open my wine.
Right.
And the big payoff was, this is the wine that you said you loved that you couldn't find, and I somehow found it for you. And I could have, but I don't know why we would do that on the air.
In other words, you're saying you can't understand why Robin had me open it on the air. We knew it was wine.
But we knew it was wine, and we knew she handpicked it. Okay.
Well, no, you were claiming that it didn't handpick.
Well, you probably had some help, but okay, but fine. Say I'm off on that. That's a minor detail. Why did Howard have to open wine on the air that we knew was wine?
I just wanted you to know it wasn't a last-minute gift. I had done that a while ago.
Ah, right.
Right what?
I don't know. I had enough with wine.
You guys just love to argue about nothing.
I don't want to hear about Benji anymore. I want to hear about wine. I'm done with wine. I love wine, but thank you, everyone. I had a great night with all.
Don't thank me.
Except for Robin.
God, I hate you now.
Robin.
Oh, God, yes.
How are you doing about this whole wine thing?
This is not a good day for me. I don't want to talk about it.
Benj, so how did the dinner go the other night? with Howard and everyone?
I thought it was fun. I thought I had a good time. I thought everyone had a great time, but apparently it wasn't as great as I thought it was.
What was it with eating so slowly?
I use food as a drug, so if I'm out at a social occasion and I'm eating, I enjoy the social occasion. It's when I'm alone or in a confined situation that I'm pigging out. So I'm not the pig I am on air or at home that I am out in a social restaurant.
How was the wine? Did you even try it?
I had a sip and it was great.
The wine's not your thing?
No, it was. This is too convoluted of a thing to really get into. I mean, it was. They poured me wine. I was gonna have it towards the end, but someone said, "Oh, you're not drinking. Let me just have the glass." So I let them have it.
So you had a good time at dinner?
Yes, I thought so. I thought it was great.
Do you feel bad about all this? The way Howard took it?
Well, I guess it would have been kind of neat experience if he came on and said, "The best guest in the world is Benjy. I've never had such a great dinner in my life." But that didn't happen. It's not that big of a deal, man.
How are you today? Well, it's early. I didn't go to bed because you can't really get up at, 5 and come here. Right. So I just stayed up.
Stayed out?
I can handle it. Makes it a late night show.
So are you looking forward to speaking with Howard today?
Yes, Howard is my mentor, my advisor, my guru. Since Richard Pryor died, he's my guy in show business. Listens to me, cares about me, doesn't ignore me like other people.
So he's the one and only for you.
Yeah, this is an important day. This is going to set a new course in my life, bring new context to me of people that are going to hear about my ideas, and it'll be a catalyst.
Cool. So
it's a critical day.
A great platform for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with everything.
Thank you for the luck.
Let me tell you who stopped by. Gallagher.
I just saw Gallagher.
The comedian. He kills me. He's always got something going on.
I thought he retired.
No, he ain't retired. There he is. He's got a business suit. He's far from retired. He's an executive now.
He's an executive.
Gallagher, you look
I
like...
am an executive.
You almost look like a Wall Street guy now.
I am. I trade stocks all day long. I know as much as all of them combined.
I used to see you on TV. You wore a cap and you wore jeans. You were very...
Cappy Genie kind of...
Cappy Genie.
And nobody would have thought you were an investor looking at that up.
Yeah, you've really classed yourself up.
Well, Jim Cramer copies me. Is
that right?
Sure, he says he's the Gallagher of stocks, and he smashes food. He says when one stock in a segment moves, then the other stocks are going to catch up. So he whacked a bottle of ketchup with a bat.
Well, let me tell you,
everyone rips you off.
That's right. Does Carrot Top rip you off in a sense? I mean, with the props, and then I think he even smashes a watermelon.
We had the same manager.
You're kidding.
He used to came to my show when I was down in Fort Lauderdale. I knew him when he was a teenager. I didn't know he wanted to be me. I just knew he wanted to be a comedian.
Did it make you angry? Did you ever say to your manager, "Look, the guy steals my act. What is this? Why are you?"
No, he was going at a different audience. He was going for dumb people, teens. silly, like the Conan O'Brien type of rattling laughter. I can never figure out what is funny about Conan. I mean, it's just
Conan O'Brien. You don't feel he's funny?
No,
not at all.
Terrible. Do you laugh? I don't laugh.
Will he let you on the show? Is this a little problem with getting access to the show?
Well, I don't think I'd want to be on his show because it's kind of teeny. It seems like it's painful if it's quiet.
Who do you like of the late night host? Do you feel Leno is a funny guy?
I don't think he knows how to do a monologue like Johnny. You don't walk out and say, well, what was in the paper? You wouldn't walk up to a person and say that, and an audience is just a person. So Johnny'd come out and he'd say, you sound like you're in a good mood tonight. What about this weather? It was sure hot today. Or, he'd talk to you like you were a person. He'd set himself in the space.
Well, Jay Leno is talking to you the way he talks to people.
Yeah, you can't walk up to somebody and say, what I saw in the paper today.
Did you happen to read this in the paper?
And it's always the same style of joke. It's, here is the facts, and this is the consequence. This is the fact, and this is the consequence. I don't think he's ever written a joke, and I think he hires joke writers and teaches them to do it like he did. I remember when he was working for Jimmy... I can't remember his last name.
Walker.
Jimmy
that was
Walker.
Letterman. Yeah.
Letterman walked.
No, they both did.
Did they both?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So when you see a guy like Leno so successful, do you say, why didn't Gallagher get the Tonight Show?
I know exactly the whole story. I know how he got it, and it's they pick from among the people that are there in Hollywood,
right?
And that are working the store and the Improv, and he kind of. Told the agents, the network people, that Letterman was too edgy.
I see.
He undercut his buddy.
Was Leno a good stand-up comic, though?
No.
No.
His show doesn't have any dynamics. It's the same at the end as it is at the beginning, and that you get bored with that.
What about Letterman? Is he any better, or is he?
No, he wasn't a comedian at all. But I would see him.
Hold on a second. Didn't Letterman do stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I met him when we were both hiding from the Tonight Show comedians that would go to the hotel next to the Comedy Store. And if you worked the Comedy Store, they'd come over and get some jokes from you to use in the sit-down.
Right.
So we were working in Murray Langston's club in the Valley. He had bought this club with the Sonny and Cher.
The unknown comic.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he worked with a black guy, and they had an act together on the old Sonny and Cher show, and he bought this bar from these lesbians. And Dave would be there, me and Dave and Junkman and the Carpenter, these two gay guys had an act, and they sang. And sometimes that was the whole evening, was me and Dave. And so when Dave came here and started throwing watermelons off of a building, I thought, of all the things, here we are hiding from other comics to steal our jokes, and he gets a show and steals from the only guy he was working with while we were hiding out.
So you and Letterman were good friends.
I don't think he's friendly with very many people. He liked George Miller, and the two of them used to watch Leave It to Beaver in an apartment across the street from the Comedy Store. I'd go over and see them in the daytime, and Dave just seemed to like Leave It to Beaver. He likes the everyday Midwestern. He almost kind of on his show says, we don't have a show, and isn't that funny? And no, it's not funny that you didn't produce a show. You're supposed to make a show.
In other words, the idea of going on TV, this is interesting what you're saying. The idea of going on TV and saying, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, I got a lame show tonight.
We don't have a budget. You don't have a budget.
You've got a budget. No one
He's got a budget, but he's got to use the people that are there, the doorman. And Jimmy Kimmel does the same thing. Here's my cousin.
But Jimmy really doesn't have a budget.
No one's giving Jimmy a budget.
Here's my cousin. Here's my, they're using people that are there and making an excuse saying, well, this is the average person. And you can't really make an excuse for not having a prepared, established, written show.
I see.
Isn't that what people pay for? Why, you got to be an entertainer.
So when you were a younger man and Letterman was a contemporary hanging out at the Comedy Store, and why was he friends with this guy George Miller? You say, in other words, why was he not friends with you? Were you just too normal?
I just never saw him being really friendly with anybody except his agent, Debbie Miller from William Morris. And she'd stand in the back with me and she'd say, if I could get him on the talk shows, I could get him to be the host. But he doesn't have enough material for a spot. And isn't that nutty that
and he would sit all day and watch Leave It to Beaver?
So you think Letterman didn't have much of an act?
Oh, he only had frying bread in Crisco oil. Debbie used to say to me, "We're still frying bread in Crisco oil." He'd make fun of that commercial where we've just fried this bread in Crisco oil to prove a point. And I don't, and he'd talk about that. And Jay didn't have very many jokes either. He kept bringing out a hatchet. He said he came across a guy in an alley with a hatchet, and that was his biggest, wildest joke. Because he used to do a lot of mom material.
Right. Yeah.
And,
I remember seeing him in Washington D.C. in 1980. I thought he was a very good stand-up comedian, Jay Leno. Made me laugh a lot.
You did laugh?
I did laugh a few times.
I don't know if this is bitterness or a real evaluation.
Oh, I'm an authority on comedy. I think I was a comedian in another life. When I met Jim Stafford, I was a chemical engineer. And I, for some reason, knew what he wasn't doing as a comedian and what I could add to his act. And I worked for him for 5 years. We got a summer show. So we had million-selling records. We had the first song about homosexuals that was on radio, My Girl Bill. The first song about drugs, Wildwood Weed. We had a 2 million seller, which was a big deal.
Let me ask you something, Gallagher. Leno sucks. Letterman sucks. Kimmel sucks.
No, I don't know. Jimmy's pretty funny.
No, Jimmy you like. Okay,
yeah,
good.
I
All
think,
right.
Well, you said you laughed at Jay. I like Kevin, who is the delivery guy. Kevin
James?
Yeah. I'm 61. I can't.
Who's the worst stand-up of all time? Richard Pryor?
No, he was.
Oh, you liked him. All right. I think maybe you didn't like him. I just thought maybe you didn't like him. I don't know.
Plus he was a friendly guy.
Right,
he'd invite you over to his house,
and then he'd shoot you.
Did you ever do any coke with the guy, or
yeah,
you did?
You always would. If you go over to his house, he'd hold a court in his office and. Make sure you got some chicken, and there was always people that I've seen him pass out checks a lot.
Right.
Wow.
And he'd kind of hide it a little bit and then show them the amount real slow just to watch him be impressed. He was a very nice guy. He was friendly.
And you would do coke with him?
Well, he'd offer you coke when you went to his house on Sunday.
Did he have the best coke?
It was Sunday. Yeah.
Of course, he was a very wealthy man.
Yeah.
And who was going to give him bad coke?
Right.
Right. And he was funny. He was funny and a decent guy. You know a lot of guys, they just, they pretend. Like, see, I talk to all the stagehands, and so they tell me who you're not allowed to talk to. And
who? What comedian aren't you allowed to talk to?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Is Jerry Seinfeld a good comedian?
No, he's terrible. He was the fourth best comedian on his own show. What if you had a show and you didn't even get the bronze medal? I mean... that one guy, he wasn't really a good stand-up. He was a funny. I could have had
Kramer.
Kramer. I could have had the Kramer part. I can come through a door with a lot of energy, and he was in that club, and he wasn't an experienced comedian, I think, and so he didn't understand that club. Is a black club is the one that he went to. Mm-hmm. Jamie Masada's club there, the Laugh Factory, is black. And he got insecure and started using bad language. And,
Kramer, yeah.
Yeah, right. And then, he wasn't skilled.
But to say Seinfeld is not a good comedian, I've heard very few people say that. I mean, they say he's so proficient at getting up in front of these crowds and talking.
And telling his funny little observations. He's not working where I'm working. I just got back from Sandpoint, Idaho.
Go ahead.
And you don't go standing up in front of 50 people, or 500, I mean. That was how much it was the first sellout they've ever had in Sandpoint, and that's what I do. These guys can't do it.
They can't.
No,
they can't sell out these Sandpoint
They can't
clubs.
do a show to average people that you have to entertain moment after moment to their face.
Do you still
hard.
smash the watermelon, or you?
No, I didn't do it in Boise or Sandpoint, but I will be at the Blender Theater and
you will smash the watermelon.
And Lakewood in New Jersey. And then in the woods, there's a town named after that Indian, Jim Thorpe.
Yes.
Jim Thorpe I'm going to.
What about a guy like Jim Carrey? I heard he was a tremendous stand-up. Is he?
No, you didn't hear that. He's terrible. He was painful to watch because the things that you could do for a movie don't work on stage. We would stand in the back of the Comedy Store and just pain. It's just painful to see him do his little acts and his faces and his body movements.
Well, how about when he talks with his ass? He moves the cheeks back.
Well, would you do a movie based on a guy that's going to get in a tree and turn around and show his butt? I mean, where's the talent there? I don't understand Hollywood. Why you have to be a comedian to then get a serious role? They did it with Robin Williams. They do.
Is Robin Williams a good comedian?
No, he's a comic actor.
A comic actor, but he's not a good comedian.
You have to give him the jokes.
Okay, then Billy Crystal. You got to say Billy Crystal's a good comedian.
Yes, because he writes.
Right. Now, okay. Robin Williams, they give him the jokes? In other words,
well, he'll take them, or you can give them to him.
Is he a stealer? Does he steal jokes? Is that true?
Well,
I've heard that about him.
Heard it.
Yeah,
it's his only. I mean, that's what goes after his name. Robin Williams, comma, joke thief, comma.
You're saying it's on his resume, even.
Well, to the other comics, everybody knows. He can take the part of your joke. I had a joke one time that I like to do at the beginning of my career about marijuana. I'd say, give your marijuana be good for old people. It makes the time go slow. Give your grandma a lid of Columbia and a ton of yarn, you get back an Afghan to cover the garage. Well, he saw me do that at the Ice House, and so then he did it on Dave had a talk show out in L.A.
Right, Dave Letterman.
Yeah. And it didn't work. And I saw him do that joke on Letterman's show there.
Did you call up and say, hey, come on, it's not even worth fighting about?
When Andrew Dice Clay came to town, he was doing several of my jokes. I walked up to him.
Andrew Dice Clay?
Is he any good?
Well, he reminds me of Spitzer. It was these guys that threw their life away. I'm making a list of the Stanley Cup of, like the Bill Clinton Award.
Yeah, who's on your list?
Well, you got to have Jimmy Swaggart and Jim Baker for throwing their life away, and Isaiah Thomas almost did.
Right.
And Mike Tyson, of course, had it going for him, and Andrew Dice had the world record for the most people to ever show up at a comedy.
And he threw it. How did he throw it away?
Well, he wasn't a writer. He just had the little nursery rhymes. As
did he steal
gimmick.
that from you? Did you?
No. He had that himself.
Right.
And the going whoa in the character. He could have built that into something. I don't know why.
It all went away.
He let it go away.
He did. He self-destructed, is what you're saying.
All of these, and I would say that it's men that do it, except I do have some chicks. From here in New York, Amy that shot the...
Amy Fisher.
Right, and then the skater girl that had Nancy Kerrigan whacked. And then this astronaut chick who had,
I don't know her
fell
name.
in love.
Yeah.
And
this is like a quiz.
And showed up. And then Mama Cass and Karen Carpenter also, when you think about it, I mean, just a dumb way to go by eating and not eating is pretty funny. I know Mama Cass should have given Karen Carpenter the sandwich. They both be alive today.
Who is the most underrated comic? This Artie Lang? Do you know of him?
I don't really know a lot of the comics now because I'm traveling on the road and I don't use an opening act.
I see.
And so I don't. I watch them on TV when I can.
Mm-hmm.
But
have you seen this Artie Lang?
So you know a lot of
the
established old guys.
Yeah.
Do you know any of the Saturday Night Live guys? We mentioned Billy. Do you know Chevy Chase? Do you know?
Well, I had an argument with Chevy Chase on the Tonight Show, you remember.
I don't. What happened?
Well, I did my little smashing act there. When I sat down, Chevy says, well, does all your stuff have little props to it? As if to say, is that the only way you can be funny? And I says, well, people like it, so you keep it in the act. And it's television, and you're supposed
to...
It's visual, it should be visual. I was always on with a guest host because Johnny, for some reason, didn't like prop comics, but he's a magician. Hey, what's the deal there?
Right.
I didn't get that. But so we had a little argument, and he said, well, in my opinion, I said, nobody cares about your opinion. But he's a comic actor, too. He's not really.
He's not a stand-up comedian.
No,
he doesn't do what you do. You go in front of a crowd, you got to win them over.
And get a show. Do a show that has an ending and that has some dynamics. That's what I kept telling Sam Kinison. He would start loud, and it didn't go anywhere. I say, Sam, you got to build to that. You when you like using the bad language immediately, you've used up your surprise.
Now,
it's not like I'm not going to say these words, but I'm going to save them for the right place.
So you are
a student.
You are a student of comedy, in a sense.
Yeah, I'm the smartest guy that ever decided to be a comedian.
What about George Carlin?
He's gotten bitter, but he's one of the best. I wish he wouldn't put a Pepsi on a stool. These guys don't need to have a drink. Anything that's in the picture has relevance. Why in the hell do they have to have... George Burns was 90 years old and sucked on a cigar and did an hour. He didn't need a drink.
Why do all the comedians need a bottle up there? Is it almost like a baby bottle?
Sissies!
Did you ever...
One saw another one, and it becomes a tradition in a month in America. Like wiggling balloons behind the foul shooter. Do you want to win the game because you're a better wiggler? If that's then you have to have the crowd come in for practice and wiggle.
All of these stand-up comics have a bottle up there with them.
And they cut the show up. And so sometimes there's a bottle that's full. Then sometimes a bottle's 3/4. Then there's another bottle. Then that bottle's on the bottom. George isn't used to using the bottle. I saw him. He did his whole show and never took a drink. And then right at the end when he was waving goodbye, he saw, oh, there's my Pepsi. He took a drink. He didn't need to drink.
He could have drank backstage.
Backstage, you're going into your dressing room. You got your Coke. You got your Pepsi.
You know, you make a lot of sense, especially from an editor's point of view. If you're going to chop up the special, it must be distracting to a
it's
genius
distracting.
Like yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Anything that's in the picture should be relevant.
So you've never used the bottle on stage?
My God, no, you don't need it. It's sissy. It's stupid.
You'll drink backstage when you're done with the show. An hour you can go without a drink. I go without a drink, sometimes 4 hours.
Yeah, you know those people on Broadway who do one-man shows. They don't have a bottle on stage.
Imagine if every actor in a play had a bottle with them.
Where is it going to end? There's such we have such a sissy country. Everybody has a luxury truck.
Right.
They can't just have a truck. You want to respect somebody for having a truck.
You're so right.
It shouldn't have a bed liner. Right? They got one now that has a little handle and steps to get up in the back. How sissy is that?
You know, Gallagher, you're a genius. Everyone knows it, and people can hear it by what you're saying today. And what you've said is incredibly honest. Most people in comedy will not say Seinfeld isn't funny. They will not say Letterman isn't funny. They will not say Leno isn't funny. You are not afraid to say what you think.
I think they're thinking it too. I think they put up with what the networks give them on TV.
I see.
What can you do? You're going to have to...
But it must kill you when Seinfeld walks into a club. He gets a standing ovation before he opens his mouth.
No. What kills me about Seinfeld is he takes the money out of the market. Why, if he's already rich, why does he have to have a $75 ticket? What is he doing?
Why not give the people...
He already has a bunch of them cars in a barn.
Right.
Does he need some more money? Why doesn't he do free shows? Thank you for doing it.
Why not say to the people who supported Seinfeld, here's a free show, or here's a show for $20 a ticket?
Or black people. Go in the neighborhood and give a free show.
To black people.
Right.
You're right.
Who puts a free show on? Pujo people are coming to see Seinfeld. And then Disney uses him because he's got this great bee idea. I don't know what the whole deal is.
Aren't you sick of the bee? Don't you want to
I don't know.
Take a fly swatter to that bee?
I don't know. Is it funny? Is it not funny? I don't know. Why Disney would pick somebody that doesn't relate to the average person. You're not allowed to talk to him. Like Barry Manilow, they had to make a tunnel so that nobody could even... You used to have to make a tunnel so that
you wouldn't look at him when he performed backstage.
He didn't want nobody looking at him.
Were you backstage with him at one point?
The stagehands tell me
they tell you the secrets.
Yeah, they tell me how many bands now have to bag the seats. Quar and Insane Clown Posse because they squirt food, and so they blame me. Hey, Gallagher, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be doing this.
Right. So if you had the kind of success that Jerry Seinfeld had,
you'd be getting free shows.
Blacks would have free comedy right now.
Yeah. Well, I want to do something for the community. I want to build family reunion resorts.
What's that?
This is a large open area surrounded by bedrooms. And so families can get together. I think
I want to talk about this. You're an amazing man, and I'll tell you why. Because this is fascinating to me.
I don't even understand what he's talking about.
I'm going to back him up for a second because Gallagher's mind goes a mile a minute. You couldn't possibly keep up with it. Most people can't. Gallagher. everyone knows the story who listens to my show that you, of course, have your stand-up act. You let your brother use your stand-up act for a while.
It was about Carrot Top. You see, when Gary Proper, my manager, got Carrot Top, I thought they were going to do a smashing act in the small club. So I told my brother to do one and stop them from doing it in the small clubs. And I have so much material, he could just do my old jokes.
Right. Long story short, I'm not going to go into the whole story again. You and your brother had a tremendous falling out.
Well, he was lying to the general public. He was saying that I had retired, or I was the East Coast Gallagher, and he was the West Coast, or whatever. I just got out of drug rehab.
You were out of the business.
It was fraud. It was fraud.
You got out of drug rehab?
No, he would say whatever that they needed to say. Play the music loud before the show so that people wouldn't talk and say, "Hey, it's not really Gallagher."
Yeah. So it got to you after a while. You said, "Listen, I'm Gallagher."
Well, you don't defraud the general public,
right? You say, "I'm Gallagher's brother."
Well, how could your brother?
He did it right for 5 years because we used the guy, Tom Sobel, that runs the comedy club in Louisville. But Tom's crew didn't like working with my brother, and so they finally quit.
But let me get to the point. Gallagher won a lawsuit against his brother, right, for trademark violation. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much did he have to pay?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have to pay nothing. I just enforced my trademark, and
he was banned from performing Gallagher's act, is what the decision was, according to my notes.
Yeah, I had to take my brother to court to get him to do what I asked him to do.
And after the lawsuit, you haven't spoken to anyone in your family. Your brother, you don't speak to. Your father, you missed his funeral. True.
True.
And because you stopped talking to your dad, was your dad angry with you for suing your brother?
I don't know. I think he had Alzheimer's. He didn't really know what was going on.
And your mother, you haven't seen in years.
Right.
Did they all side with your brother?
Yeah, because he was the baby. But I babysat the guy, because I was 9 when he was 5, and my mom and dad went to work. So, I was used to taking care of him my whole life anyway. You'd think he'd do what I said.
Is your mom still alive?
Well, I really don't know.
You don't even know.
But I have a family. My fans are my family, and that's why I want to have these family reunion
this is what I want to get to. Here is a guy, Gallagher, who doesn't get along with any member of his family. In fact, doesn't know...
I know, and wants to do a family reunion resort.
That's crazy.
And you want to build a place...
Thousands of them across the United States.
Where families have reunions?
Yeah.
Isn't that odd?
No. I have a family. Just because you're related to somebody doesn't mean they're really a good family.
Who is your family?
All of my fans. They love me. They bring me their kids.
Do you have a wife?
No, not now.
No wife?
Well, I had one about, 6 months ago.
Do you have kids?
6 months ago?
Oh, yeah, I've got 2 kids. I have a girl, 26, who is the catering director of a Four Seasons. And Oprah dropped by the other day, and she might be doing some of her shows from the place in Westlake Village on the way to her place.
You mean you're really unaware if your mom is alive or dead? You really have no clue?
No clue.
So if you had a family reunion, you wouldn't even know who was showing up.
I don't want to have it. Well, I could have, it doesn't have to be a family. It could be a Corvette club or a motorcycle gang. Anybody that wants to use... In fact,
so don't you think from a psychology standpoint, again, you probably know more about this than I do, but a psychology standpoint, here you can't have a reunion with your family. And so it must anger you in some way. So you're going to create family reunions.
I saw the big fat Greek wedding. And the night before the wedding, the time that the bridesmaids had in the bedroom was so cool. I wondered why there isn't a place in a hotel for bridesmaids with makeup mirrors and places to hang costumes, because a wedding is a production.
Absolutely.
And we don't care about common people. I want to say this. A building is the set for the scenes of our lives, and we're not giving the average family a dramatic life.
All right, so you have a big idea.
Yeah.
You want to build family reunion centers. In other words, if I book myself into this place that you want to build, you haven't built it yet. This is an idea you have.
Right.
You want to, and you're serious about it.
I've talked to the Indians all across the country. Why can't they build them at these casinos? The Puyallups have all the money from the Boeing people, and the chief loves me, sits in the front at the show, and they're afraid to be first.
You know the chief?
Oh, I know him in all these Indian casinos. I work all of them. They love me because I'm cheap and I draw.
You went to Donald Trump. You tried to get a meeting with Jim Cramer, the guy on CNBC.
Because he could have the corporations. Why can't Google do this? They know how important it is to have ping pong tables and skateboards.
But don't family reunions already happen at resorts? Can't I just go to a resort and have a family reunion?
Do you have kids?
Yes.
Okay. You want to know
know where they are.
Right.
So you need a door, and you need an uncle on that door. And then if you do it in a park, you're always watching to see where in the hell the kids are. And then there's bugs, and you're outside, and there's strangers. You need a secure area. Think how much fun it would be to drink at the same place you're going to sleep. 40 doors. Isn't that a cute name? 10 doors on each wall. We had our reunion at 40 doors. Now, I work the Midwest. I know it don't sound good.
Did you understand this, Robin? In other words, there's going to be 40 doors, and you're all going to be connected.
Understand.
To this big room.
They just all open on the same, let's say, courtyard.
And you don't need a bathroom, because the fun of it is taking a shower with all the boys in the hockey-type dressing room. And
you're
the
kidding. You're going to turn it into like a camp.
And the girls get a wonderful makeup area where they can hide from the men, put furniture in there, and have a great time bonding. It's about bonding.
All right, so you got this idea. What happened when you called Donald Trump? I'm sure he jumped at this.
You got to do The Apprentice.
Well, I also wanted to tell him about my patent on a new architecture for slot machines, because I think that these kids that are playing video games are going to be bored to death with the slot machine graphics. And so I have the patent on a whole new idea. When the watermelons come down to the pay line, they could either break or explode or bounce.
Right.
And you're a winner when that action matches. Now, because you like girls with their bras off, say that these naked chicks are coming down with on parachutes, and when they land, their tits go all the way to their feet, or just to their waist, or they fall off completely and bounce.
Now, did you pitch this to Donald Trump? Did you get a meeting
No,
with
he
him?
wouldn't. I had an appointment, and they called me and said the person who made the appointment was a temporary. Do you believe that lie?
He was
What a
temporary
lie.
after that.
How stupid to let a temporary. Only Spitzer was dumber. Why did he handle his own phone call? He says to himself, I got to either do the work of the state or set up an appointment with a prostitute. Oh, you do the work of the state. I'll handle this.
Right.
Why get on the phone? Why can't he have a trusted person to get the hooker, and then he goes down to their room?
Right.
And what's the $4,300? Where did we hear this figure?
Well, it's $1,000 an hour. He booked her for 4 hours, which was minimum.
And she told everybody he gave her a $300 tip, which isn't 10%. 400 is 10%.
That's right. It's under 10%.
It feels like car fare. I don't think it's a tip. I think she had to pay. He had to pay for her room and the trip down or something.
You're saying you needed a
4,000.
trusted friend. Like I have Ralph. I could say to Ralph,
Why
Ralph,
not?
Line up
That's
a
what
hooker for
everybody
me.
in town is saying. I can't.
Maybe he had no
Clinton
friends.
is saying, you paid for it? Don't you have an intern program? The hell are you doing?
All right, listen to me. Gallagher, your head's ready to explode because you've got too many ideas. It's amazing.
Well, I
what's
have the
going on.
patent on both of these. If you go to U.S. Patent Office and search Leo Gallagher, I'll go ahead and tell you my name. You'll see both of my patents there. I want to tell them because I think I should go to the Maloof brothers as my advisor, Howard. Don't you think the Maloofs are the better person to go to instead of
They
Donald?
might have you locked up. You never know.
Well,
you got to be careful. No. Yes, go to the
because
Maloof
they want
brothers,
it. They're
then.
young.
You got to go with someone who's going to listen to these ideas. Didn't you try to get a meeting with Al Gore, the former vice president of the United States?
Yes.
What went wrong there?
Well, his secretary of appointments doesn't know who I am, and I wanted to. You've seen my Uncle Earth thing, haven't you? It's up on YouTube and MySpace now. But the whole world can see it. I made my face up like the Earth, and I was an ocean. My nose was a volcano, and my ears were mountain ranges, and I had a polar cap.
Amazing.
And my eye was the eye of a hurricane, and I spoke for the Earth. See, this is what the kids would listen to. Al did some boring thing in the suit with a PowerPoint presentation. That's okay, but
So you tried to meet with Al Gore to suggest how to be more showbiz.
And also his next flow. He needs to talk about the subatomic particles next because he's become the father professor of the world.
What are subatomic particles? Of course, I know, but
I
explain
just
to
was
the
at
audience.
the Consumer Electronics Convention in Las Vegas, and people that work for electronics companies don't know the difference between an electron and a photon.
Assholes.
I would ask them.
Right.
Well, you need to know this if you're getting a CAT scan
laughing at Howard.
or a
Oh,
PET
yeah.
scan.
Well, let me tell you.
If you're getting these raised into your breast in a breast exam, you need to know whether or not they could give you cancer, looking for cancer.
Uh-oh, Dice Clay's on the phone. He's mad because he doesn't like what you said. What is it, Dice?
Hey, bald fuck.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you big bald fuck.
Uh-oh.
You want to say something about me now, huh?
Yeah, I'll remember the joke that that you used when I told you. I said, "Hey, everybody in this club knows that this is my joke. You can continue to do it if you want to." Didn't I say that?
You're talking to fucking me. How do you like that? Tough guy.
Wow, you've really...
Is that a guy doing an impression?
It's probably a recording.
Now, Howard, everybody used to come in here and talk about the kind of money that Gallagher was making on the road. Are you an extremely wealthy man?
Gallagher, tell the ladies, are you an extremely wealthy man? They want to know.
Yeah.
You are. You've made big change in this business.
I promoted all my shows, so I have all the money.
Are you worth, I'm going to throw out a number.
Yeah.
$20 million?
No.
Less than that?
Yeah.
Are you worth...
I lost a lot of my net worth since November in the market.
I thought you knew what you were doing, you said.
I did.
Yeah.
You did before you lost the money?
Yeah, I knew exactly what I was doing as it went away.
And then you say you got a divorce, too, right?
Yeah, I have... My money's divided up among my kids and ex-wives.
Yeah.
How many ex-wives?
I have 2 legal ones, and I just ended a 16-year relationship with a young lady. I've got 2 stents in my heart. I don't know how long I got, you know?
No kidding.
Well, what are you looking for? We had a guy in here earlier who could help you out.
I'm looking to be more than the guy that smashed watermelons. I want to...
Did you get the guy's number, this Jason character?
No, I gave him my number.
You gave him your number.
Well, he said he wanted to have some fun. He could come to my show. We have fun at my show.
So you're worth, what, $5-10 million?
No.
Oh.
Good Lord, Gallagher.
Well, really, you're asking what I'm worth. I get, my wives ended up with a lot, and my kids got, some of the money.
No wonder you're angry.
I'm not angry. I can make it again. I'm
Any desire before you die to reconcile with your brother, your mother, if she's alive? Do you have any desire? Do you ever fantasize? You don't want
You don't
want
to see these people.
No,
you
I
really
want...
don't like them.
Well, what's the meaning? I have millions of fans every night.
Do your fans sleep with you every night? No. Will your
My
fans,
family didn't either.
Will your fans be there when you're sick?
Yeah.
Oh, they will?
Yeah. They bring me their kids. They love me. I have a wonderful relationship with my fans because at 7 o'clock, I'm in the audience taking pictures and signing autographs.
So you
when
are full.
you
You're
walk
full.
in the door, I'm there.
What is it, Richard? Please. I was about to plug
Well,
Gallagher.
I don't know if you've thought about this, but how do we know that this is the real Gallagher and not Gallagher's brother?
This is the real Gallagher.
Can he prove it?
I recognize him.
He is the real Gallagher.
Right. I have a college degree in chemistry and physics, and my brother didn't go to college.
Among other things.
Among other things.
All right.
If you knew anything, you'd know this was
I'm
Gallagher.
convinced.
Believe me.
Hey, what I want to ask Gallagher, what did you think of when Chappelle's show did Black Gallagher?
Oh,
Did you
I thought
see
I
that?
was going to have all these black people at my show finally.
They never showed up.
No.
It's hard to get black fans?
None.
Zero.
None.
Gallagher?
Black people don't like to see things thrown at them.
I've had 2 black people at my show in my entire career, and they were both from Jamaica.
Really? They weren't even real American blacks.
No, I like Obama.
Well, I don't like to see us smashing a watermelon either.
Well, listen, Gallagher, you're on fire today. It's clear. I mean, you could do 10 hours here. But
I could.
Yeah, he's full of ideas. I did not realize.
And if Donald Trump was listening, take a meeting with this man. Maloof Brothers,
Why
take a
didn't you
meeting.
go out for Celebrity Apprentice? You would have been perfect.
Please, he doesn't need that.
They don't play fair. They were out on the street, and that guy from Kiss, he had friends come in and spend a lot of money and win the contest. That's not fair. That's not really using your business acumen. You're just winning because you have rich friends.
What if your brother
starts
a Ron Gallagher family reunion resort? So he beats you. Let's say he hears your idea and he takes it and he starts his own family reunion.
I would
resort.
go and see that.
You would
I
go
would
see
be
that. All right.
impressed
Okay.
with him for.
What is your brother doing now?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. He's not in touch with anybody.
But I have a family of
He's got fans.
It's okay.
He told
I
you that.
understand. I
Why don't you
understand
back off,
that.
Robin?
I'm sorry.
Man will smash you over the head like you're a watermelon.
Well, I got some free. I hate it when guys have sissy rings. So I put farts and motorcycles on my website. They can download and put on their phone, so their phone
ringtones?
farts. Yeah, I hate
love
it
that.
when they go.
What's a sissy ring, for example?
Anything.
Terrible.
Any little song. What kind of
amenity?
I'm thinking of starting a website, balls to the walls, only guy stuff, no chick shit.
I like you, man. I really always do.
You don't like these metrosexuals, do you?
Yeah, I see you're manly. You don't care. Even
It's
your
why the
hairdo
world is
wild.
screwed up. It's because nothing is for sure anymore. What's the difference between a hard foul and a flagrant foul? Nobody knows. How much can you dance in the end zone? I tell these kids, pull your pants up. They don't even go over the pooper hole. Up is up all the way. You can't run from the cops with your pants half down. This is up means up.
See Gallagher Friday night at the Blended Theater at Gramercy in Manhattan. For tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com. You've made so much sense here. It's sickening.
Too much.
That's right. Will the governor resign?
Yes, he's an idiot for not resigning quicker because they look further into the story. The longer it takes, you're supposed to get out of there. Every day they think of another thing that
Gallagher.
Maria Bartiromo's saying, where'd he get the money? How much is he worth?
Who will be the next president? Gallagher, quickly.
The old man.
John McCain?
Yeah.
All right. How do you
the
know
other
that?
two, well, they're going to self-destruct. She's not a woman. He's not a black.
Oh, really?
No.
What do you mean?
If he was a black guy, he'd have a white wife. And if she was a woman, she'd have been pissed about what Bill said. Oral sex is not considered sex. There's old men. If they have oral sex, they're counting it as oral sex. That was the beginning of the lies and the spoon.
See, he knows. He's out there with the people.
Go listen to this man. He has wisdom.
He has a lot going on. He knows
Hillary can't be president because after a state dinner, the men talk and the women talk. Well, the state dinner, she's going to have to talk to the guy after dinner. That's going to leave Bill with his wife. You don't want that.
Gallagher, you've said it all, and you've said it well.
Gallagher, sir. Yeah. You ripped basically every comedian from Letterman to Jim Carrey in there.
They're not really comedians. They're comic actors or hosts.
So what do you think really separates your act from theirs? Like what?
I'm going to go do a show tonight with dynamics that will have a beginning and a middle and an end and will entertain people to their face in reality. That's hard. They don't want to do it. That's why they kick down and get a talk show or a sitcom, because that's easier than this. This is the hard job. This is really being a comic.
So you think you're basically the real deal? You give a thorough... comprehensive comedy
I went to Idaho before I came here. I'm the only comedian in Idaho, I think. I've done 3 shows in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I don't think anybody's been up there. I was in Houghton. They have pasties. It's a bunch of meat in a bread thing. They bring it to me to smash. I was there for the Snow Festival. Who's going to go there in snow to Upper Michigan? Huh?
So you're really out there in the trenches. Is what
I am.
Now, you came here also to sort of bounce some ideas off of your advisor, Howard.
Yeah.
Were you satisfied with his reaction?
Yeah, he gets it. He gets it.
Now, did it give you a little bit further direction as he tweaked some of your ideas?
Well, I think they're going to call into the show, and that's what's going to make the ideas happen now. We're going to affect the world. I think radio is the best when it helps a community to be together, just like the internet does. It's a billboard, and you have to come up with the party ideas. You have to say, we're pitching a party, would you like to come, leave your name? And then they join in. That's what radio is all about. It brings people together.
And this place is truly the pinnacle of that.
Can't get any higher than Howard.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Gallagher.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Monday's wrap-up show, our good buddy Ronnie came in, talked about how he grabbed it by the balls. A bit he was talking about. He grabbed it by the balls, said that's what he meant to say. Then we asked him what he thought of Anthony Weiner, and you know Ronnie never doesn't have a thought about anybody or anything, so here's what he had to say.
What's the matter, Ronnie?
Nothing.
I
was told I had to come down and bail out the wrap-up show.
You don't have to do anything.
That's what I was told.
Bail out the wrap-up
That's
show?
right. Me and Jason have to bail out the wrap-up show.
So you saved the segment last week, and now you're saving the wrap-up show today.
Right.
You know, I just wanted to grab this show by the balls and just run with it.
Yeah. Now, Ronnie, is that what you were trying to say, or were you trying a different expression, or do you use that expression a lot?
What?
You were explaining how you saved the show last week, and you said you took the situation.
I was explaining how I saved the show?
Yeah, that segment with the hottest chick, biggest fan.
I just said the girl was upset. I didn't say I was saving the show.
So, but you said that you grabbed it by the balls and took care of things.
That's what I said?
That's your quote.
Okay, so that's what I said.
Did you mean to say something else?
No.
You didn't mean to say grab the bull by the horns?
No.
Okay.
I know what I was saying. I'm not stupid.
When you went in today, you were fired up, though. Were you pissed off at Gary because you thought Gary gave the okay for what you did last week?
No, Gary knew what I was doing. He says I didn't know what I was doing.
You didn't tell
I said to you I was going to help the girl. And I told Jason also. Jason was thrilled with it.
Both Gary and
the girl
Jason
was all happy.
Both Gary and Jason say that you told them after the fact.
Right. You didn't come in and say, "Hey, Gary."
No, I said to Jason, while it was going on, I'm helping the girl out because of the outfit.
Yeah, I mean, you grabbed me in the hall.
Right.
And by the way,
as it was going on.
I think it's great. I think you helped, make a good segment. So I'm not coming down on you at all. But the timeline was you stopped me in the hall and said, "Hey, listen, this girl had an extra dress. I told the other one to put it on." So
as it was going on.
But if you didn't see him in the hallway, he would know after the fact as well.
Right. And it was weird because, I tried to be the producer, in the beginning of the segment when she first showed up, she was practically in tears.
Right.
And she was like, "I don't want to go on, blah, blah, blah." So I took her aside and I just said, I think you look great. I think you came all the way out here. You have a chance to win $5,000. I think you're going to kick everyone. Gave her like a little pep talk and she seemed to feel better about that. But I do think getting the dress and the shoes really,
So which one of you guys saved the segment?
Oh, I'm not taking credit for saving a segment at all.
Well, it sounds like you had a lot to do with it, too.
No, gee, I'm sorry. No, I was just trying to make her feel better.
No, but I think that's what I'm saying. You did. I think that had a lot to do with it.
Sure. So it was Ronnie and I saved the segment together. No, I think that girl, Amy, who won, she was in a bad spot, and Ronnie and I helped her. But no, Ronnie didn't clear anything with me or you before he started doing all
Jason,
that
it sounds like you saved it emotionally, whereas Ronnie saved it physically. Although you said that she got more confidence when you dressed her up.
I think I did a B to B+ job, and Ronnie did an A to A+ job, and I think the combo of the both of us helped.
What were you upset about today going in?
Because you can't do anything right here.
Come on, you really believe that? Honestly, you think that?
Yeah.
Why would you still be here if you didn't do anything
Why am I
right?
getting yelled at for something that I made something better?
But see, it's a funny thing. You weren't getting yelled at.
Yeah, I was getting yelled at. He's out of his mind.
He was just asking you about it.
I heard him before I walked in. I'm out of my mind.
Could we give Ronnie some credit for keeping up the Batman mustache? I didn't notice that until right now, but you're trimming it. I mean, that's still Batman.
Still Batman.
Yeah, nothing grew in.
Just a different shade, right?
Yeah, just a different shade of bat.
Yeah, different shade
It's
of
a
bat.
negative of Batman.
But you always say you can never do anything right. Look, everybody gets picked on for when they...
I don't care, so I get picked on. It's like everything else. You get picked on around here. It's part of the deal.
But you do care.
Yeah, but I care, but I don't care.
But you do care.
Yell at me all you want, but you know what? I'm still going to be here.
Are you not talking about your new car because you don't want to talk about it, or because John Lieberman was
like to
asking
break
you the
John's
question?
balls.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like with the pace car that time, remember?
I saw Ronnie's car. I thought it was awesome. I couldn't tell you what kind it is because I'm not a car guy.
Right.
I really don't know. But he had it out a couple weekends ago, and it looked cool.
See, I think you do care a lot, but you don't want to show that you care. So you say, "Oh, I don't care," but I think you do care. You take a lot of pride in your work.
Listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like she says, it doesn't matter.
Do you feel that way, Gary?
About what?
Well, what Ronnie's saying, he's like, no matter what he does, it doesn't matter. He's still going to get, busted on.
I think that there's a degree of sort of goofing with Ronnie a little bit, but I think that Ronnie sometimes doesn't feel the good-natured goofing. It's all the same. Good-natured poking and yelling at him, you get the same reaction out of him.
Do you feel that way? Like some people are kind of joking and having a good time, while others maybe mean more what they're saying when they're breaking your balls?
Pretty much.
So who do you think means it more versus just kidding around having a good time?
Well, I think Gary means it a lot of times.
What do you mean? Means what?
Like when you got on the box this morning, I didn't know anything about it.
But I didn't.
But you did know about it.
No, I didn't. I knew about it after the fact.
Okay, but you still knew about it.
I know, but
it's not like I committed murder.
And nobody said you did. You got all mad. Gary, this is exactly how it went. This is
nobody ever. Whenever anything goes down here, nobody will run in, even if they'll say it outside the door. Okay, if they say it outside the door, they will not go inside and stand up for you ever.
Here's what happened this morning. It's very simple.
No matter what.
Howard asked you about it. You said Gary knew exactly what I was doing, and I said no, I didn't, which is, I think, a fact.
But you knew about it. It's
after
not like you
the
didn't
fact.
know about it.
No. We all knew about it after the fact.
All right, whatever.
But that's it. But I wasn't giving you a hard time. I'm saying I didn't know about it.
You think Gary's lying?
No, I don't. I'm not saying he's lying, but he did know about it.
He doesn't have your back
at one point.
At some point.
Gary just didn't have your back. I mean, that's what you're saying. Like,
Right.
Gary could have easily put the fire out by saying, yeah, Howard, I was on top of it.
But that's like sort of good-natured ball busting. But it also makes me look bad when Howard's giving you a hard time about something, and you what you really did is you threw it back on me. So where's my back? You're like, Gary knew, like hot potato.
Ronnie, where do you come down on? Could you vote for Anthony Weiner after hearing all about this?
Definitely.
Why?
Why not? What did he do wrong?
Well, it's not about
nothing about his political career.
He did something wrong, and then he said he's never going to do it again, and then he did it again.
Yeah, but he's hanging out with chicks. What's wrong with that?
Well, he's married and he's got an infant.
Well, he's an idiot for that, but I mean, you know, it's got nothing to do with his. You know, when he was in office, supposedly he was a great guy. He did a lot of good for people.
I thought he was a very good politician, but I will say this: you know, people like there's no way he can get elected. They have videotape of Marion Barry smoking crack, and he became mayor of Washington again.
I think he can
crack, got his job back.
I think he can get elected. I absolutely do.
Well, the thing is, you know, the thing that most people don't understand is that unless somebody gets 40% of the vote, which it doesn't look like anybody's going to get,
it's a runoff.
All he has to do is come in second.
Yep.
Now he comes in second against this probably Christine Quinn, right? And she's not that endearing to some people,
right?
And then it becomes like the lesser two evils. He could totally win.
It doesn't make you think twice about him because he said he was reformed and he just got caught doing it again.
He could win the Democratic primary, but do you think he could win against a strong Republican candidate?
I don't know. No, but I don't think there is a strong Republican candidate.
What were you going to say, Ronnie?
No, I said, you know, like I said before, I mean, it's got nothing to do with his political stuff that he does, and he's been a good guy as far as that.
So
elect the goddamn guy.
I have a different take. And first of all, you know, all these people telling him to drop out. I mean, run or don't run.
Yes.
It's a free country.
It's people to decide.
But you know, it was weird that I would have voted for him regardless of his sexting past. But there is something about this compulsion that scares me. Like it's almost like, you ever watch those Dateline to Catch a Predator?
Yeah.
And you ever see the guys that show up twice?
Yes.
Like that's almost like what he's like. And you're like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, how many of these guys are like that, though? I mean,
probably a lot.
I'm sure there's so many scandals going on.
Let me ask the more important question. Which is the goo for your name? Carlos Danger or the Badass?
First of all, you can go to howardstern.com/news and vote on our poll and give us your answer.
I have
an answer.
I have an answer to it. It's the Badass.
Why?
Oh, that's so funny.
I guess it's if you see. I think you have to see who each one is representing. And when you see that JD is the badass and you realize he's not a badass, it's funny.
Here's why I think it's Carlos Danger. The badass came up with that in high school. And all right, you got to give someone a little slide for being a 16-year-old kid.
But still using it well after high school.
Well, look, as someone who still uses my stupid IM from high school, I understand it's hard to shake that stuff. But Carlos Danger, from everything I can tell, is new. Like, that's the name he came up with after he got caught the first time.
That's a sexting name.
So to be a 30, 40-year-old guy, politician, coming up with the name Carlos Danger to try and trick a 20-year-old girl in Indiana, I just think that is the creepiest name of them all.
Ronnie, where do you stand on this?
Yeah, but it's not. Is he meeting these girls and fucking them or whatever?
No, we're just talking names. We're just talking
They're
names.
having phone sex now.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, she's 22. She's an adult.
So what? She still hasn't done anything.
That's not the issue. He's a rape. No one's accusing him of rape.
Yeah, no one's accusing him of anything.
It's a lack of judgment. Did you hear the teacher? The teacher had a great thing. She said, if I did what you did, I'd be fired. So why am I supposed to vote for you?
Like, it's not illegal to invite only female interns to your parties. It's just wrong.
Hey, stop it now.
Do you ever have an online name or anything like that? If you had one, what would it be?
No, I don't know. I don't have any online names.
Well, he's a Scores man or
the Gray Ghost.
Ricky man.
The Gray Ghost.
The Gray Ghost?
Yeah, that was my old CB handle.
We'll go with that.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Matthew Berry stopped by to talk about his time in the studio and if he destroyed our fantasy football league. And then the conversation turns to Sydney Leathers. Yes, Anthony Weiner's sexting pal spilled everything, and we couldn't stop talking about it. Take a look.
Will is the former commissioner of our fantasy league, and as it came up on the interview today, part of the reason he's not commissioner anymore is because of Matthew, who's sitting to my right, and just it's a lot of work putting together a league which Will also, always does on the weekends and during our off time.
Yes.
But there's a lot of headaches that come with it, and now Jason has become the acting commissioner.
Now, what does that mean, by the way? Somebody said he's the acting commissioner?
Yeah, he pretends to be the commissioner.
But who's going to be the commissioner?
Jason, because nobody else wants to do it. And also, I heard that he was lobbying for this, Gary, a long time ago.
I got a note this morning that said the same thing, that he'd been lobbying for this since last November.
So, yeah, it's not an enviable position.
It's true that he's an asshole. It is the worst job in fantasy. So I'll just say, I think Will did a good job as commissioner. I said that privately in emails to him, to the league.
He did say that.
I'll say that on the air, too. I think he did a good job. It was just one particular... Well, no, there was one particular thing that, I needled him a little bit. I was a little bit of a jerk, and I think it was a little bit of a mosquito, and then he came back at me with a nuclear bomb. I think the reaction was stronger from Will.
What, go fuck yourself, basically?
Yes, right.
I don't know if that's a nuclear bomb.
Well, because I was sending a private note to Will. I sent a private note to Will saying, hey, I don't understand this. And then you sent a league-wide email basically saying, fuck you.
It was the third time you brought up the same issue. And again, because you weren't happy with the way that it had gone down for you.
I just didn't understand it. Right. Because I didn't understand it. That's the thing. I didn't understand the rule. And I'm just like, so
I felt that you were intentionally not understanding.
No. I just clearly did not understand it. I'm like, well, I would have done A if I'd known this, but how I understood it, so I did B. And I said, like, am I the only one? And then everyone else in the league were like, oh, no, we don't understand this rule either. So everyone in the league didn't understand it.
No, that's not true. It's just Jason didn't understand it because he loves you.
JD didn't
John
understand.
Hein gave a perfectly good explanation of what the rule was.
Then at the end of his email where he explained it says, I think that's right. Am I right, Will? Like he wasn't even 100% sure.
Well, again, not my problem anymore. It's all Jason. Because I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah. I got to say, there was a 3-day period where every morning we came in and Will was just like, you know what? I don't fucking need this.
Exactly. I don't want to be irritated over fantasy fucking football. It's not my life
so
like it is other people. It does. It drives me nuts because I'm trying to do a good thing for people.
Right.
Like, I don't have the free time to go spend doing dealing with other people's bullshit in the league. Deal with it. I don't care. I don't want to.
And that's a good point. I think one of the things that sort of got under Will's skin there is it's taking time away from his kid, away from his wife, right? And I mean, so no, it's family time. You're doing it on family time. So I get that. I do get that, and I said to Will, and I think he did a really good job.
As irritated as Will is right now, and
I'm not that irritated.
We know he's an angry guy.
Yes.
This pales in comparison to the anger that we all had to suffer from JD, who's all upset about this possible punishment for a league.
We have to have a punishment for the last place loser.
No, we don't. No.
The odds of you finishing last four times in a row.
No. Well, first of all, if we had it to certain Mr. Hines way, it would go retroactive, so I get punished 3 times again.
And retroactive.
Yeah. But I don't want a punishment. I think.
What if you had to skip lunch?
What? Shut up.
JD,
get out your fucking dumb jokes.
If the punishment were you got thrown out of the league, is there not another league you could go play with that'd be fun?
Yeah, sure, but this is the work league. I gotta watch all you assholes talk about it in front of me, and it's not fun.
By the way, I didn't say the last place team needed to be punished. I said whoever wins the league gets to.
That's already your assumption. Right. I was assuming
the winner gets to throw out of the league whoever they want. That was the one I tried to float.
That's the Cousin Sal League. That's what it is. It's 11 members, and the winner of the league gets to kick one guy out for 1 year.
I'm all for a punishment. But I don't think that should be the punishment because I want something we can constantly goof on. Like if JD or
I
myself,
get goofed on enough. I don't need to add one more.
If JD or myself aren't playing next year, it's just kind of weird. Right. Whereas if one of us had to get a tattoo, then that's a constant source of.
We were talking about this yesterday. Would you go a shaved head?
Yes, I'm practically there anyway.
Would you go not a permanent tattoo, but a 3-month henna tattoo that on your arm of something super gay?
Yes, I would. I would not happily do it, but I would still join the league if that was the fun.
If I I know what I would do. By the way, if I won, oh my god, I would totally put a giant tattoo of Teen Mom on his back, on JD's back.
Brody Jenner.
You would hate that, right?
I would do it.
And I would hate you.
No, Gary, you're missing it. It's got to be Teen Mom making out with Jared. That's the tattoo on the back, there,
or making out with Brody Jenner.
Right.
But then I floated a joke.
How about you tattoo this conversation on my fucking back?
I cracked a joke in the email yesterday, and I didn't realize how creepy it was because Brandano didn't understand it. I said, the loser has to get breast implants, and I remember the guy who lost a bet.
Oh yeah,
yes.
And got
he won it, but he said he would bet to get breast implants.
He
did that
the
on
bet
purpose.
was to get breast implants for a year, and he liked them so much. I think he ended up keeping them.
That's it.
He kept them.
Yeah.
Supposedly he ended up getting more action with the breasts than he ever had before, because I don't think he was that attractive a guy, and then there were all these women that were sort of interested in it.
And I'm an ugly guy with breasts, and it gets me nowhere.
What are you going to do? But like, it doesn't have to be that extreme. Like in the book, there's a bunch of punishments of various leagues. There's a league where everyone gets to throw tomatoes at the guy for a minute.
That's
like,
awesome.
You know, just for 1 minute, like everyone in the league just throws tomatoes at the loser.
Like that.
The one I mentioned on the air today, where the loser has to dress up as a lion and they all chase him with paintball guns, which I think is very funny.
I got one.
Okay,
loser has to be videotaped in the Robo Spanker for Howard TV. So you gotta ass out in the Robo Spanker, minute and a half. No, not good enough for Howard TV.
It's just like it's not fun enough.
And Howard views all this as what, a complete waste of time,
juvenile, stupid, waste of time, waste of his time for what we could be doing for him.
Yeah, Matthew, you tried to get him to sign on, and he wanted no part of it.
He wanted no part of it. I think he did somewhat understand the concept. I think before he didn't get it at all. And I think after the segment, he now, at least with like the Fantasy Bachelor talk, and
well,
like
that was the scary part.
Stuff.
That's when he got it. When you said Fantasy Bachelor, I get it. That I understand.
Sure.
Right. So I think he understood, and I think he gets the sort of male bonding of it and the camaraderie of it. But he definitely had a raised eyebrow. If at 10 you're like a hardcore fantasy fanatic, and a 0 you hate it, and Howard was a 0 this morning, maybe he's at a 2 now. Or a 1. We moved the needle a little bit for him.
0.5. Can we get some work out of the way? By the way, all the stuff I put out there. So 10 teams or 12 teams for our league. I got 4 no votes on the expanding the league so far.
I'm another one.
No, you were one of the 4 original.
10 is fine.
10 is fine. All right, so 10. Okay. Do we want to go to points per perception PPR league? Anyone?
No, I can't. Listen, I'm the fantasy guy, and even I'm like, as a Howard Stern fan, I'm like, they don't care about this.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to get this off.
But the wrap-up show audience does.
This is what happens when Jason takes control.
No on the PPR league.
Yeah, now you got your commissioner. You got your dream over there, Barry.
Trying to get this all
acting commissioner.
You should take line 7, because apparently not everybody is into fantasy football.
Joe, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys. Who's doing the crying there about being commissioner? Is that Jason?
No, Will. Will was whining about it.
Listen, if you guys I've been doing commissioner for over 15 years. I run a website for fantasy sports. By the way, Matt, all the accolades you get is well worth it. I've known you since you were the talented Mr. Roto. But if you got good rules, being a commissioner is not a big deal. The league will run itself. So.
Yeah, we tweaked the rules a little bit, no doubt about it. But I thought they were for the better. I think most people liked actually the way the rules were. But,
No, after the whole dust-up that we were talking about, the rules got changed a little bit, and I think everyone was happy.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're probably
right. So it ultimately ended up working out. And Will and I became closer.
Listen, we're Cuse boys. We can never be enemies.
Boys. That's very true.
But that was another thing that Will was getting really irritated about when Jerry O'Connell was in the league. I was trying to explain to Howard today. I would be like, well, what's going on with my pick? It's like, I don't know. Fucking Jerry won't answer me. He's on the West Coast. He's not answering me. And it would slow everything down.
Real quick, we go in an order, and it's not automated. So we have to wait for the person before you to pick before you can move on. And Jerry was taking so long, we had to institute a 24-hour policy that if you didn't make a pick in 24 hours, we moved on. And even that was a long wait because he'd take the full 24 hours. It was a lot of waiting.
Scott Salem felt he was misrepresented today on the show.
That's another thing I was going to talk about. So what do we give? 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes per pick? Yeah. If you need the full 5 minutes in the first round, there's something wrong with you, right?
One stat I wanted to bring up, but I thought it would just be too sort of nerdy for Howard's audience, but it's hilarious. So last year, Scott Salem had Calvin Johnson, literally the best wide receiver in the NFL, and he led the NFL in targets last year. So he got the best NFL wide receiver, got the most throws to him, and yet he was tackled at the 1 yard line 5 times. Most in the NFL, he was tackled inside the opponent's 5 yard line 8 8 times. So it's just like, you want to talk about back cloud. He got more targets last year than the year before, and yet he went from 16 touchdowns to 5.
Didn't they take away a touchdown from him, too? A very controversial call where they said it wasn't a completion of a catch or something like that?
That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago against the Bears. But, yeah, I mean, I wanted to do that stat because I thought it was a perfect Scott the Engineer stat, but I figured that would
I think he had
glaze
Chris
over.
Johnson, too, the year like that he kind of shit the bed. Like, that whole thing started.
He's totally the black cloud.
Do you think that we all have bad players or that we just notice Scots because they're Scots?
I think part of it is noticing Scots because they're Scots, but part of it, the thing that drives me crazy is exactly what you brought up. You know, as fun as the draft is, it can get long. And when you're taking the full 5 minutes, 3 minutes every single time, and then you make a shitty pick on top of it, it's like you want to kill yourself.
Well, and the other thing is that Jason always elbows me, is Scott comes with this thing of papers, which gets out of order after the first time he looks at them. So you're like, hey, it's time to pick a tight end. And you see, pick a paper. He picks one up, he walks to the board, wrong piece of paper, puts it down, goes back. A lot of that.
Sometimes he'll put down the paper. He'll put down the paper. You'll go up to the stickers and you'll forget your player when you're searching through the stickers.
Not true.
And you have to go back to.
And then Scott can't see, so he goes through every pile of stickers.
Yeah, the thing that drives me nuts with him is his research starts when he goes on the clock.
Right.
He's not like prepping when other people are going.
Well, Scott explained that. He's too busy working on the show
to
start.
It's funny because it looked like he was staring at the wall.
The league has voted you most valuable douchebag for that comment.
Thank you very much.
Throwing the entire league under the bus.
Maybe after the 10th round, I slow down a little on my picks. The first,
Scott, it's just not true.
It's not true.
You're slow.
Not on the first.
All right,
half a round.
Well, this brings up a good thing, which as long as
we have 90 seconds, and I use all of it, whatever we have. I'm allowed that time. I don't go over the time limit. I'm too busy eating pizza that he brings or White Castle, whatever Jason
It's like
brings.
when you're watching the NFL draft and the team you know they're going to take, and they take all the time just for the sake of taking it.
Like the worst thing is when the team with the top draft pick uses the full 15 minutes. You had 9 months to fucking think about this.
I do. There's in the book. There's actually a whole thing called That Guy. Like, don't be that guy. And there's a couple of them where Scott is literally that guy. It's one of those things.
Well, if you don't like me then, wait till this year.
Bring it on. I'm all for it. But here's what I was going to say is since we have a lot of the league here, one of the issues is draft day. And so last year we did the draft at a conference room here at Sirius. And so I would suggest, because draft day is such a great moment, let's do this somewhere. Let's do this somewhere fun. I don't care where it is, whether it's a bar, whether it's a restaurant, call up Lonnie. I don't know, whatever you guys want to do. Have some, do it. Let's do it somewhere fun. Make a big event. And if you want, invite the public because they'll see what we're talking about with Scott.
We're talking about all of this. Don't worry. We're talking about all of this.
Now that Howard has seen this world and Matthew's opened his eyes, do you think he's changed his attitude at all towards fantasy sports and fantasy football?
I think he thinks it's stupid, but he very much enjoyed watching us all fight like Lord of the Flies.
Yes.
Didn't you think for a second he was just going to say the league has to go away?
Yeah, he almost
immediately?
did. I absolutely thought that could happen today. So, Matthew, you did a good job. JD, you got accused of overthinking things.
And overeating.
Do you feel that you overthink not just the fantasy draft, but life in general? Are you overthinking too much?
Yeah, a little bit.
What are you pointing to?
ICP walking through the hallways.
I was the one that brought that up, and my feeling is that what JD does draft-wise, I think, happens in his own life, which is he just gets in his own way too much. I honestly think a lot of times JD's his own worst enemy.
Oh, I agree with that.
But you did win the league once, so you should feel that you can do it.
You know what,
again.
John? All right, okay. Are you letting me have my victory now? Because every time I bring it up, you're like, I gave you that victory.
What are you talking about?
He beat me that year. So how did he give it to you? How did you give it to him?
Well, I gave him LaDainian Tomlinson and a couple other guys, but in a trade that favored him. I think.
No. I gave you LaDainian Tomlinson. You gave me Steven Jackson.
Oh, right. I gave you Steven Jackson.
And something else.
Well, anyway, but kidding aside, you won the league, so that means you can do it.
Yeah, well, I'd like to do it again, but it doesn't help when you lose 3 times in a row. And I got you nagging in my ear like, I gave you that victory. I gave you that victory.
Well, I did.
But you have to block it out. You just have to have the confidence. You're like, I've won this league before. I can win it again. There's no way I'm losing last place 4 years in a row. You should be all in on this punishment.
No.
And you should be, I'm all in on this punishment. I'm going to do everything possible to make sure John Hine gets this punishment.
What's the punishment?
We have to figure that out, Benji. And you would be great to come up with what this is. We have to figure out what the last place
you have to fuck
do.
me, JD.
One last question. How difficult is it to lose 4 years in a row?
It's
3
almost
years.
statistically impossible.
It's almost as hard as it is to win 4 years in a row, right? To win.
I think it's harder to lose to finish the last 3 years in a row than it is to win 3 years in a row. I actually think that's harder to do.
Wow. All right, let's move on to another fantasy, if you will, with Sydney Leathers coming in today. And this one, Gary, I don't know. There was mixed reaction to her in terms of, is she making the most of the moment, and was she a victim here, or is she taking advantage of the situation?
This is my personal opinion on it. She's not a victim. She's totally taking advantage of the moment. So what? She came in and she told us everything. And, listen, if he's going to do that shit and expect that no one's going to talk about it, then he's out of his mind. And I have been sort of supportive. I'm like, let the people vote. Live and let live. If they don't like him, whatever, he's a good politician. But when you start to hear the transcripts and then you start to hear her talking, it's very obvious, by the way. I think somebody in the office said it. This is a compulsion. Like, this is beyond just a horny guy.
Because of the coming 5 times, because of the multiple...
Well, because he can't stop doing it when he knows that continuing to do is going to wreck what he loves to do besides doing this, because of how involved he is with her. And I do believe that by the end of in 6 months, we're going to find out that he was coming 15 times a day with 3 different chicks.
Robin asked a great question. Sorry, Jason. Robin asked a great question, which was, in his mind, is this his way of having a little fun, but not cheating? Like, does this not cross the line?
Probably, but it doesn't cross his line.
Does it cross your line?
Here's the line that I put up. If my wife knew I was doing it, would she be mad about it? And the answer is yes, so it has crossed the line.
Yeah, it bulldozes through the line then. Jace?
I think it's crossing the line, just the amount of time and effort he put into it. I mean, forget the sexting. That is like a major amount of time he's not spending with his family, so he could be on the phone with this girl or doing whatever. But
it sounds like he's on for like a minute. It sounds like he spent 4 minutes in a day.
I don't know, man. There was a lot of thoughts in those emails.
Right.
I think it just seems like he's very involved. But I was comparing it the other day to the Chris Hansen To Catch a Predator series, because sometimes you see guys show up twice. Like, they get caught twice. And I always think, wow, that's like a real compulsion. That means you can't help yourself. And that's kind of what this reminds me of.
And is it all about being worshipped? That's what she said. That's really what he's looking for. Like, he just wants someone fawning all over him and thinking he's the man.
No, I think he just wants to get off.
But it was how he got off. Like,
that's true.
It was it was a lot of deference to him.
Howard said this. We were at a dinner once. Believe it or not, I'll just leave it at that. But Howard once said that he put it into words, and he said it today on the show. Also, it's like, and it really struck me, and it strikes me about food like this too. Like how much sex do you need? So to me that really struck me. It's like, it's not just the actual like hunger for sex. It's just like this, like you guys, the word compulsion. And because I know I do that with overeating. Like, I'm not hungry. I just want to stuff myself. I want to stuff myself. And I think that's the kind of feeling he has.
Yeah, I used to think Sex Addiction was bullshit, but when I see guys like this, I don't think it's bullshit.
Yeah, I get the sense that it's less about sex and more about ego. Sort of to your point, John, and what Benji's saying as well, right?
Yeah,
more about his ego.
Why do you think she fell in love with him?
I don't think she fell in love with him. I think it's a great thing to say. I think she, one of the things that she said today that I thought was very disingenuous that made me laugh is, he would call me up and then he would like jerk off and come and I would just be like, ooh. And then I want to say, but you continue to take his call.
Yeah.
Like, ooh means like, ooh, don't fucking call me anymore.
I'm not buying that ew either. But I think you're a 21-year-old girl. You got, a senator or whatever he was, texting you. I do think that as much as I hate to say like she was a child because a 21-year-old is an adult, I do think a young woman in that mindset could certainly get swept up in a older, more powerful man paying attention to her.
I think she's got a little bit of what he's got going on as far as the hunger for fame.
Gary, talk a little bit about the coverage that was going on outside of our compound.
Well, there were a lot of people waiting for her downstairs. There were a lot of news crews and stuff. I didn't realize, Will and I talked about it last week. We weren't even sure it was going to happen. That Gina chick, she brings a lot of people to the show. So she's, she understands the power of the show. When we booked her, I think we booked her on Friday. She already done the TV thing. I just sort of figured she'd be everywhere, and then we talked to her. I had no idea that she wasn't doing anything except for that TV show and then us. Yeah. And then it was like JD was talking last night. I'm watching Channel 11 News. It's the lead story. The guy starts by talking about she'll be on the Howard Stern show tomorrow. They're shooting in front of our building, and then he ends the story by, well, we'll see how this turns out when she talks to Howard Stern tomorrow.
Yeah, it was on Entertainment Tonight. It was on CNN. It was everywhere. And CW11 was plugging it every hour that she's coming on the show.
This is the biggest deal since Donna Rice recreated the photo on the cover of the New York Post and sat on Howard's lap.
Do you think when she as far as we know, like she gave the photos to that website, The Dirty, right?
I think so.
But she said anonymous at that point.
Yeah.
Was she already planning to be outed at that point, do you think, or hoping to be?
I think if you're giving photos to a website called The Dirty...
No, but she was... At that point, it was all blurred out, and she claims another website, which it did, that's how it played out on the web, like revealed her, like from the screenshots, from the blurred screenshots and everything.
Why are you giving pictures to any website if you don't think there's a chance of being known?
She says, and this is the part that I get a little... seems a little bit offensive to me, is like, it was... I think she might have really been sincere about, hey, this is not the guy that should be mayor, but I think she wanted it out there also that she was part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't... listen, it's offensive when there's a couple and you're married and then one person comes and starts telling all the stories because you have a bond there. When two people are engaged in this kind of behavior, to me it seems like all bets are off.
Does he drop out now, you think? Will he give in?
I really do think Doug Goodstein was taking notes, and he really felt that there's no way he can make it through the end of the day based on what was said today.
Well, he can't answer. I mean, if any reporter now is going to have a list of 30 questions based off today's show, I don't know how he's going to even talk about anything else.
Do you think, okay, for let's say his long-term goal is to be a respected figurehead, politician or something, a liberal figurehead. Is it better for him to stay in or get out at this point?
I don't think you can even think about what's better for the long run. I think you just have to think about what's going on right now.
Yeah. He's got no shot. I mean,
no. I know he has no shot of winning mayor.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying in terms of being respected.
Right. I think he will be back.
No, but here, Benji, think about this. Think about Clinton, right? And regardless of what you think, Clinton has a lot of political fans, people who think he was a great president. Regardless of where you fought, there are a lot of people that feel that, and yet still, however many years later, you think of Clinton, and that's
that's the joke. But Clinton is a very respected figure.
Of course he was, but it's still part of his DNA. I
don't think he'll lose.
He won't lose. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on, guys. Let's talk a little bit about Robin Quiver's birthday. It is August 8th, but we celebrated today, and a lot of greetings, a lot of blasts from the past, and Robin seemed to enjoy it, but I wasn't sure, Gary. Do you think she had a good time with
I wasn't sure either. Like, at times she was, like, laughing, thought it was funny. Then at other times I thought she seemed moderately annoyed. But all in all, that's how somebody's birthday should be celebrated around here.
I agree.
If you leave happy, then we're not doing it right.
And I thought the Peruvian shaman was quite excellent.
That was great. That was great. He was just awesome, and what he was saying was awesome.
Do you feel when your birthday comes around now, do you enjoy it, or is it like, okay, I'm getting a year older, and I'm not going to have too many more of these?
It's like,
wow.
I'm not.
That's to everyone, not just to Gary.
I'm not there yet, but it's sort of like not what it used to be. I think the whole big thing was like I hit my 40th, and that was great. Then I hit my 50th, and now it's like, I'm not looking like I was looking forward to hitting my 50th, thinking like, okay, I'm in pretty good shape. I still feel good. I got a good job and everything. But now 60 just means you're just flat out fucking old.
Do you calculate like how much time you think you have left?
Yes, every day.
Right. And where are you at?
I'm thinking my Mendoza line is 80. So I always think like 80 is about what I aspire to get to. So I think to myself, okay, so that gives me 28 more years. And I always do everything like my dad was about the same age when he had me as I am when I had Jackson. So I sort of correlate, like I wonder what my dad was doing at this period, that sort of thing.
JD cannot answer that question, by the way, Benji. He can't.
I understand how he feels. I mean, it freaks me out too. I can talk about it, but it freaks me out.
It freaks me out all the time. I think about it now that I've had daughters. Like that's the thing. Like now that I have children, like I think like I want to make sure I want to see them get married. I want to see them graduate college. I want to see their grandkids. Like you start thinking about that, and it freaks you out.
Does it make you feel better at all about your own mortality that they're out there?
Yes, but also like anytime I hear a story about like, oh, you know, he just passed away. He was 48, and you're like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like you hear those stories all the time, and they freak me out all the time.
Well, I'm going to get a little personal with you. I hope I'm not going to a strange place, but you're also you have twins that are fairly young. You have kids later in life, so are you like the older dad at a lot of stuff?
Oh yeah. That's the other part that freaks me. Like I've done that math. Like so, I'm 43. My twins are a year and a half, right? So I'm just like, so I'm going to be like 60 when they're graduating college. You know that, like,
right? So like if they get married at 30,
right,
you'll be 73,
right? Yeah, like I've done all that math. Like okay, like all right, well if they get married young and they have kids, maybe like at 80, like I've done that math.
No, I get it,
and it's like it depresses me sometimes. It definitely freaks me out.
Will, you just had a daughter. Do you feel the same way? Do you think that way?
Not really. I mean, given my medical past. I really feel like I'm living on borrowed time.
He's already way over,
I really do feel that way.
Way over the Mendoza line.
Well, yeah, if I have a full life, I'll be really grateful.
You legitimately thought at 15, 16.
Absolutely. I had actual thoughts of that I'm going to die. So, you know, that really changes your perspective, I think, a lot. That you're just like happy to be here.
For those in the audience who don't know, because it does sound weird, Will, when he was younger, had cancer twice, correct?
Well, I came out of remission, right?
Yep. And so he had, the real thoughts about dying.
Yep.
And then he became our league commissioner.
He wrote the show for. He really did. He wrote the show.
Yeah, he wrote to the show.
That's right.
Richard. Motherfucker. I am telling you for the last time, you can't do this to me.
What do what?
Keep walking and then you'll fall off the fucking pier.
Come on, man, right this way.
Oh, don't fucking order me around, you little piece of shit. Why? Why should I follow you?
Because this is
you put me in a green room with no food.
We're going to put you in another green room.
After hear Howard say, oh, I guess Richard wants to come in the show after 30 years. I helped him get a show.
Yes.
If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have a fucking show.
So what's going on, man?
Everything. You want to know what's going on?
Yeah.
I think Curb's going to come back. I have a feeling. I have a couple of projects of my own. I'm touring endlessly, and I can still have intercourse.
Richard Lewis is here. He's on his Misery Loves Company tour. Richard was recently saying that he hates getting older. And I understand. I went to the dentist yesterday. Oh, there he is. A lot of the guys were commenting on the way Richard dresses. They say he always wears a Nehru jacket. He still has Nehru.
Well, this is what's aging him.
Yeah, that's what's aging you. You would look much younger if you got
quite a nice hello after 6 months.
Why do you always say the guys want to know?
I got to take a shit. Is there a private John?
You can use it. It's for you.
Hi, guys. I was listening to that. You have perfect right. No one should sit on that fucking toilet but you and maybe and your cast.
No, I have a private bathroom.
He has his own.
Oh, of course you would, but
I have my own.
I don't want to have some strange asshole sitting on a toilet. First of all, it's not right.
We set up that bathroom for our guests.
I'm an elitist when it comes to moving my bowels.
Well, honestly, I'm going to tell you something.
Can I sit down?
Yeah, sit down. That bathroom was set up for guests, actually, and it's pretty embarrassing when the guests show up and there's shit on the floor. Like one of our guys shits on the floor. Is that a tattoo on your hand?
Huh?
Is that a tattoo on your hand?
No,
or do you get ink?
It's writing jokes and shit.
Oh, you're writing jokes. That's
millions of them. But
are you trying to show people what you do for a living by keeping ink on your hands? You're saying, hey, look, I'm a writer. Two things we notice about you. You always wear Nehru jacket, like a Nehru kind of look.
Yeah.
The guys notice
it's
not me.
A little homage to Lenny Bruce. He used to wear them a lot, and I like the look anyway.
You dress like Lenny Bruce.
I'm not a fucking whack job. I like Nehru.
You're not a whack job? You're willing to go out on a limb like that?
That was a stretch.
Do you wear Nehru in honor of Lenny Bruce? Is that what you're here to say?
I saw him in a jacket once, and I went to look for a Nehru jacket, and I found about 8 or 9 different types, so I bought them all.
See, I thought you were a fan of the Emperor of Japan, not Lenny Bruce.
By the way, for the shit, you can take a DNA test and find out whose shit it is on the floor.
And the other thing guys noticed about Richard Lewis,
I love when you listen to me. I'll say like I committed suicide. You go, you don't like minor birds, do you?
I don't listen to you.
It's fine. I love it.
Like, do you wear a top hat in honor of Lincoln? I mean, how else do you dress?
Who else are you honoring with your garb?
Yeah.
Well, I'm wearing the
It's a
tramp
tribute.
outfit.
But you're one of the few.
The Keaton hat.
It's really an unusual thing, really.
I'm like Jewish Carrot Top now.
You love Lenny Bruce, and you dress like him out of homage, I guess.
Well, look, Peter Sellers wore Nehru outfits.
Do you love Nehru?
Gandhi.
You love Nehru. This
Love
jacket.
Nehru.
This
Well,
jacket.
Gandhi wore a diaper.
Yeah.
Well, over a big diaper.
No, it's very interesting because he does. He wears Nehru all the time.
I think I'm one of the best dressed comics that ever lived. What do you think of that theory?
I don't believe
you see
that.
these schmendricks come in here.
You look good, though. You always have a nice look. And the other thing is, too, your smell is unique. Gary said to me, all the guys are saying, Richard always comes in, he has this very soapy smell.
A soapy
It's not
smell.
soapy, thank you.
What is it?
That's not.
What is it, a cologne?
Aqua de Silva. I've worn it for 40 years.
But you put a lot on. I mean, it's part of who
I'll
you
tell you
are.
the truth. I put a funnel in my ass and it's everywhere.
Aqua?
You want to know something really bad?
The Salva.
Every chick that I went out with since college loved it.
Wrong.
My wife hates it.
Of course.
You know what she feels? It smells like soap.
It's soapy. I feel like
she feels like you, and it pisses me off.
Feels like you're overly showered in some way.
That's what she says. It pisses me off. Every other person I cheated on everyone but my wife, and the one woman who I finally marry hates the way I smell.
But you realize what it is. Women shouldn't really be that aware of that smell.
Why
in other
not?
words, you're probably putting too much on.
I put a whole shitload on.
Yeah, I mean, I can smell it from here.
You can't, can you?
Yeah. You know, you recently said you hate getting older, and I was at
who likes it?
Yeah, I was at the dentist yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, I've been having a thing that whenever I drink something really cold, it hurts my tooth, like a cavity. So
You're getting that pain.
Well, I had this pain.
Maybe you have a nerve problem.
Maybe I had a problem. So they took X-rays. They don't see anything. The guy figured out. Dr. Kaufman figured out. He says to me, "When you get older, your gum starts to recede a little bit."
That's true. I heard that too.
Yeah.
Your
But
nerve
20
is
years ago, I heard
exposed?
that.
Yeah, he goes, "This is nothing. They put some stuff on it, but it's horrible, right? Getting older, you don't like it."
I have a torn rotator cuff, torn bicep. I had a hernia.
You're a
hernia.
mess.
A ball popped out of my groin. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a tumor.
Did you get an operation?
Yes. So I went back because it's hurting for the last year. So the doctor, who's a genius, he brings in a protege. So they both put each finger, put up one ball and one on the other one. I almost had a fucking heart attack.
Why do they each need to put a finger on your balls? Do you think
because
you're a
he's
celebrity?
showing the protege how to do a hernia
on
test.
you?
But
Why do you have to
you're
be
a
the
celebrity.
crash
I would
test
imagine
dummy?
you must be. You should be treated a certain way.
Only
I swear
one
to God, it's
finger.
the truth.
Right.
When you go for a physical, you got to take urine. Give you urine.
Yeah.
For 30 years, because I'm such a hypochondriac, they give you this little thing where you're supposed to take. I don't know how you do it. You're supposed to put it under your ass while you're taking a dump, and then take a little piece of a fudgicle stick and smear it, and then take another side of the stool and smear it, and then do the same thing for 2 days in a row. It's because you got to catch the shit while it falls out.
What are they testing your shit for?
I don't know, cancer, polio. I don't fucking know.
Polio?
I'm going to die eventually.
Do you think you can detect polio for your shit?
Maybe.
He's got polio of the
But
anus.
here,
Your doctor has you shit on a little stick.
No, you got to catch the manure like a butterfly net.
Yeah.
And then you take it comes with a stick. You take, and it says the directions are hilarious.
I think they're fucking with you.
One piece of duty.
Yeah.
It doesn't say duty.
Right.
One piece of stool from one half of your stool.
Right.
And then the other half. And then do it the same thing the next day and mail it in. So I went to my doctor. I said, "Do you think Jack Nicholson and Liz Taylor are shitting on this and doing this with fudgicle sticks?"
So did they find anything in your
know
stool?
what the doctor told me?
What?
You're the only guy in 30 years who's ever sent this shit in.
I knew
Nobody
it.
else does.
Oh, no one else. They'd rather die than catch their shit in their own
Of
hands.
course. I mean,
So I'm never going to do it again.
oh my God, I'm
But
so
you look
sorry.
in pretty
for
good
you.
health. How's your wife?
My wife's great. My marriage is good.
Yeah, mine too. We got married. Well, this is your second one, but this is you're set. I'm set.
This is your second marriage too, right?
I would never give this one up.
But this is your second marriage.
What's
Isn't
this
it?
theory? No, I never got married.
You never got married before?
I never wanted to get married.
You
I didn't
cheated
want-
though when you would date women. You were supposedly monogamous, but you
I
would cheat
cheated on everyone.
You would cheat on them all.
Everyone.
Everyone.
I'm not proud of it. I was a
So
sex addict.
when you read about Sandra Bullock's husband cheating, when you read about Tiger Woods or David Letterman, even you're not
Yeah.
surprised. You had to be surprised with Letterman.
He just said he was a
Wait.
sex addict.
Wait a second. You were surprised with Letterman, weren't you?
I don't know Dave that well, so I don't know his personal. I'm not surprised that anyone fucks around because I think men are. I think men are. I'm not a scientist about this shit, but I think men want to fuck as much as they can.
Right.
But
Okay?
you consider yourself a sex addict?
Here's the difference. I was a sex addict when I went from one woman to another because that was it. It was a conquest, like another line of blow. But when you're in one relationship and you want to be, and I don't want to commit adultery, then it's great if you can become a sex addict with the same woman, like Howard keeps saying on the air. He loves to fuck and all that.
Right,
He doesn't
right.
masturbate. He saves his sperm, which to me is like a joke.
Right.
You don't save sperm.
I didn't say save my sperm.
I heard you once say you save up your sperm.
No, I said you save up your desire. In other words, if you keep
that's right, you did say that.
if you keep beating off, then you don't want to be with the same woman.
Never stops me. I beat off a lot, and I still can
You
get
still
up.
beat off.
I love beating off.
At your age. You haven't matured at all.
When do you do
What am I, in
this?
Yiddish theater? Of course I jerked
know,
off.
how
I
do
jerked off this morning.
Did you?
Really?
Fucking A.
That's why I won't shake your hand.
No, I was.
What did you think about when you jerked off?
I think about, you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I can get an erection at any time I want. But I
for
think
you.
about I think about the worst women, and that would hurt, sadly, my wife the most. And I get hard in a minute.
Girls with swastikas on them.
That I don't
James's
like.
girl?
But you know what? I heard about that Bullock thing.
Yeah.
How can you not know that something's going on? It's hard for me to believe.
Well, first of all, she's an actress that was away for several
Months
months.
at a time.
Right.
To making these movies. So she really isn't that aware. And, it's unbelievable.
But when he's doing it while she's in the garage, because that's kind
Is
of
that what he
crazy
said?
not
I missed
to know.
that.
That's what
They were
one
fucking
of
while
the,
she was...
Yeah, he was taking girls in the garage office while she was in the other part.
Listen,
All right.
I know you hate anti-Semitism, but
Well,
if a
of course,
really
and
hot
racism.
if a really hot chick
Yeah.
is going to blow you,
Was
but,
it a neo-Nazi?
but she sees white power. You see white power on the back
She's
of her
got
legs.
the
I don't get
swastika
blowjobs
on the
from
arm.
Nazis.
You don't get blowjobs from Nazis?
Never.
I would take the blowjob from the Nazi. I would.
You would?
I'd be honest. Yeah, afterwards, I would scold her, but
In other words, you'd come and scold?
Yeah, if she was really super hot and I'm banging her and I see the swastika on her back, I'm
but
going
you're
to
only
finish.
half Jewish. I'm totally Jewish. It's not allowed.
Maybe
It's in
that's
the
what
Torah.
it is. Why?
But
what cured your sex addiction? Was
Yeah,
it
that's
going?
what I wanted to
I'll
know.
tell you
Did
what
you
cured
get
it.
treatment?
Was it going to therapy?
No, getting sober.
Getting sober.
Because here's the deal about Tiger Woods and all these guys. First of all, if he wasn't married, he should do whatever the fuck he wants.
Of course.
It's consequences. These people don't know. They don't think they're going to get caught. It's a fucking joke.
Right.
It always catches up with you.
And a sex addict.
And whoever you're fucking, I used to fuck a circus clown.
That's true. I know that's true. You're not making a
I
joke.
actually told this story yesterday. I don't mean to repeat it on some show.
Go ahead.
But I won't do the thing. It's not a routine.
Well, tell me.
There was a circus, a 6'1", high heels, black stockings, black bra, dark, hot red lipstick.
Right. She was good looking.
Unbelievable.
And much
I
taller
wasn't married
than you.
at the time.
She was 6'1".
Yeah, great in bed.
Right.
But she was 70 miles from Hollywood.
Right.
And I said, do I have to really drive 140 miles round trip when I can jerk off in 8 seconds?
Right. But you're compelled. It's not even about the sex. It's the
it's the
addiction to people.
It's like an addiction. It's like you want
Right.
it. It's sad. But here's the difference. And I know I sound great, like Gandhi here. But if you get a blowjob from somebody,
right?
Okay. So this is what happened once. It was during the Jewish holidays.
Right.
And this girl was cooking a brisket to break the Yom Kippur fast.
She was a Jewish circus clown.
Yes.
Wow. You don't hear about that a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The Tevye soundtrack.
So she was cooking.
But if you make love with somebody or get a blowjob, your penis is responsible not just feeling for your girlfriend,
right,
but for the woman who just blew you.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So it's a three-way problem going on. So this really happened. The woman said that the tall man who loved me was a fan of mine.
In the circus.
Yeah.
The
He's
world's
7'9".
tallest. 7'9".
I had a thyroid problem.
Right.
He died.
Wait
and he asked her that in his will it had, I want Richard Lewis to be a pallbearer.
The 7'9" guy.
Yeah. So when I went there, we fucked. She says, Tall Teddy died. I said, Tall Teddy died? I'm sorry to hear about that. I liked him because I went to see her once perform. I had to do that.
So you knew all the other circus performers?
Yes, the midgets and the dwarves.
You weren't ashamed to
but
take
Tall
her in
Teddy
public.
died,
right?
And she says, and we just had intercourse. I didn't,
right.
And my Jewish girlfriend at the time, was making food brisket to break the fast.
Okay.
I'm not that religious, but I fasted because I wanted to diet too.
Okay, I see. So the girl,
but I didn't go.
The circus clown wasn't Jewish. It was your girlfriend.
No,
right? Yeah,
way not Jewish.
Oh, okay. Now I got it.
I said shalom. She thought I was saying menorah. She had no clue what I was fucking saying. So she wanted me to sleep over and go to the funeral with her,
right?
To hold Tall Teddy's casket. And I said, "There's no fucking way." But she says, "We just fucked, and you're not doing me a favor." I went, "My wife." Not my wife. That was a Freudian slip.
Right. My girlfriend's making brisket.
My girlfriend is making a brisket. She didn't even know what brisket was.
Right.
The whole thing was a mistake. I'm screwing someone who doesn't know what brisket is, doesn't know what Yom Kippur is.
In other words,
I can't take it anymore. So I did all that shit, didn't you?
If you weren't a sex addict, in other words, you wouldn't sit and drive 80 miles to get a woman. No. You wouldn't be fucking.
Well, I would probably,
you wouldn't be fucking a circus clown, is what you're saying.
No, I would if she was within 10-mile radius.
Yeah.
You got to be a fucking clown yourself to drive 75 miles.
But yet you claim, with all the women that you would go after, all the wrong types of women, still the swastika would have kept you away, even with your sex addiction.
There's no blowjob with a swastika on someone.
Then you're no addict.
I wonder if
that's true.
I'm sure you're no expert in this, but I wonder if Tall Teddy's feet stuck out of the casket, or do they actually build? Do they?
I didn't go to the funeral.
Did they cut off his feet? You think?
They could have chopped him at the ankles.
You want to know something? They do that sometimes. Sometimes if a casket's not big enough.
No, but they can make a big one.
No.
Wilt Chamberlain.
What, do you think they whip those things right
they
up?
They folded Wilt Chamberlain in half?
Wilt Chamberlain was a wealthy man. I don't think Tall Teddy had that kind of fun.
I dated somebody who dated Wilt.
No
really?
kidding.
You
yeah,
shared?
Back in the 70s.
What'd you say?
I knew Wilt. He was a good guy.
Right.
But when I found out, I got an average dick, okay?
Right.
It's not small, it's not gigantic, but it's good.
I could have guessed that. Go ahead.
Good.
Yes.
No one's complained.
Right.
But when you're making love with Chamberlain, you got to just do the algebra.
Right.
You got to imagine it's gigantic.
Right.
So I was with this woman, and she says, I said, she says, who are you? Because we were like getting close.
Right.
Who are you dating? I said, well, there's 2 waitresses at the club here, and this actress. She says, I'm dating Wilt Chamberlain. My penis had a panic attack.
Right.
I said, when did you last have intercourse with Wilt? She says, last night.
Wow.
I ran out of the fucking house screaming.
Of course, because you felt competitive, right?
Well. I would have needed a penis posse to go in there.
Let me ask you one more theoretical question. I really want to understand the level of your sex addiction. So you're getting a blowjob. You're in the middle of it.
From the clown or anyone?
In the middle of it, and you see the swastika on the girl's back. You still run out the door?
Yeah, you didn't know it was there.
Well, that point in time when your cum has to come?
Right.
Then it's not really me not caring it's a Nazi. It's just it's my cum's fault.
You're somebody who is on top of the scene. You're part of show business. When you heard about the Conan O'Brien, Jay Leno,
you're going to hate me for this.
Why?
Because back in '94, you weren't a fan of Conan. I like
Conan very much.
Oh, now you do?
I used to
rag on him.
I went on Conan's show many times and enjoyed it, and said he was one of the best interviewers in late night.
He's a great interviewer.
That's right,
and he's brilliant. But here's my feeling about the show. I think I read what you said, too. I think I agree with you. When you take over the Tonight Show.
Right.
Let's say someone took over your show. You wanted to retire.
That's right.
This is a huge franchise.
Right.
Same thing.
Right.
So if someone takes over the Tonight Show, if you two left, if everybody here left,
right,
and you had to fill someone in, there should be promotion up the fucking ass.
Of course.
They didn't promote Conan.
No, they promoted Jay.
They did.
That's right.
And he got fucked. They didn't give him a fighting chance. I don't know if it would have worked.
Not only didn't they give him a fighting chance, all of the best guests went to the 10 o'clock show.
Because there's more people watching.
And
and
Jay provided such a shitty lead-in for Conan. I mean, bad.
Well, look, Jay beat Dave, and I'm a Letterman guy. I've been doing Letterman since '82.
Right.
He's been great to me. But the point of the matter is, Leno, if you want to count the fucking ratings, he killed Dave.
Right.
Dave would be the first to admit it. I don't even know why they made the fucking move.
I've been fired from jobs. NBC humiliated me.
I saw your movie. It was a good movie, by the way.
Thank you. NBC humiliated me. Movie was made 15 years ago.
He finally saw it.
Well, I was on
thank you for watching. When I was at NBC, I was fired.
15 years ago, that movie was?
Yeah, I don't know. 12 years ago.
You look better now than you did then.
Absolutely. And you
Remember
look
said
better
to me
now,
the last
too.
time I was here, do you tweeze your eyebrows?
Me?
Did he say that to you?
Yeah, and I could, and I'm
You
still...
do tweeze your eyebrows.
You looked at me, and you said, you tweeze your eyebrows.
And you do.
And then I took my glasses off, and he said, put them back on. You look horrible. Everything I do is wrong. You're like my mother.
No. No, I'm not.
No, but I do cut my eyebrows when there's like a gray hair.
Yeah.
I puke.
Do you have gray pubes yet?
There's a little area there that's causing me concern.
I'm so sorry.
Well, my wife looks at it and she laughs. It's very hard to maintain an erection when your wife is saying, "What's that patch of gray?"
By the way,
what?
But it looks distinguished.
It's not a fucking toupee.
By the way,
you think you have a toupee? Can you get a toupee for your groin?
Yeah, it's called a merkin.
No, come on, seriously.
That's what it's called. It's called a merkin. It's a pubic wig.
Get out of here.
People get it. People who used to have cancer or chemo and stuff like that, they would get a pubic wig, and
So
they do
you
sell
slip
them.
it over your penis and you glue it on?
That's right. I have one of those. I look like Groucho down there. Anyway,
one of my lines, by the way. You're not gonna if you lose your hair. Would you? I mean, you have some of the greatest hair. I'm getting
I don't
thin,
color
but I'm
my
not
hair.
gonna fucking put anything.
No.
You can see when there's a fucking piece of Brillo in the front. You ever see the guys in the front?
Do you think you're going to lose your hair?
I am. I'm getting thin in the back. Well, I mean, after I pass 60. It's just I'm on borrowed time.
If you get a toupee, it'll be a joke.
I'm never gonna wear it.
You
think
can't.
I'd ever see you in a toupee? You'd fucking murder me.
And you'd murder me.
I wouldn't. I'd rip it off your head.
I know. So I can't do it.
But what about guys? My father, rest his soul.
Did he
I
have a
used to go
toupee?
shopping with him. Not at the end. At the end. But I said, I want to get that shirt. He says, let me tell you something, Richard. That shirt's shit. Save up for the good shirt.
Right.
Don't buy the shit shirt. I had this. It's the same theory for a toupee.
Right.
Why do guys wear rugs that look like, two squirrels having oral sex on their fucking
But don't
head?
you think some guys just don't know? They don't have the ability to see themselves, so therefore they don't know they look like that.
That's stupid?
Yeah. They don't have that eye. They think that it looks good.
Come on. If there's a little wind that comes up, it spins like a beanie.
Do you think there are guys that wear toupees and they're really good and we don't know it?
I know a lot of actors.
All right, name a
who
few.
Don't think that people think they have a toupee.
Like John Travolta. We know he wears a toupee, right?
It looks that way, but I don't know.
Who do you know that wears a toupee that thinks no one knows? Like, I think Burt Reynolds thinks nobody knows.
I was just going to say, I played poker. He just had a heart attack. I think he's a great guy. And someone told me that he had a lot of work done. So I was playing poker.
You're kidding.
Oh, all right. But then someone told me that. So I'm
Yeah.
playing poker this is like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And he's next to me. And all I'm doing, like a nutcase, I'm staring at his face, his chin, his dick, his eyebrows.
You
Howard,
can't
you could
concentrate on
not
your
tell
cards.
for a second. It looked all real.
You sound to me like you're having some fun. Like, where do you play poker with celebrities?
There's a famous poker game.
Steve Martin's house?
No.
Gary
It's
Shandling?
called Norby Walters. It's been on for 20 years, and you never know who's going to show up. It's amazing.
Norby Walters?
Yeah, he's a famous Hollywood guy. He used to be a manager. Now he has a poker game every week.
And who was there besides
Anybody
Burt
and
Reynolds?
everybody shows up.
And what
Lots
do you
of action?
Big
What do you
stakes?
do?
Yeah, like I was sitting next to Peter Bogdanovich 2 weeks ago.
Wow,
It was
he's a big director.
Yeah, he's great.
Who invites you to the game?
Norby's a friend of mine.
But you
I
have
get
to
the
be
list.
somebody, right?
Huh?
You have to be somebody.
Yeah.
They don't allow
you
any
gotta be in
schlubs.
show business.
Right. So you show up, and
But
Peter
anyone
Bogdan-
could be. George Siegel plays a lot.
George Siegel. He's alive?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
But do you play a lot of cards? Are you a big gambler?
Look, it's only $1 too, so it's just for fun.
Right.
So listen to this. About 4 months ago, Larry David, who I rarely see.
Right.
And I know
And
him
you're
to-
on his television show. We should
Yeah,
say Curb Your
I think he's
Enthusiasm.
going to do an 8th season, which I'm happy about. I hope.
Right.
He didn't say it, but I think he. You know what's something? Just you would be impressed by this. You know how they have those panels at the Museum of Broadcasting?
Sure.
We had one last Sunday in L.A.
Yeah.
They sold out a 1,900-seat theater for panel discussion.
For Larry David.
For the Curb Your Enthusiasm cast. That's pretty impressive.
Larry David is a genius.
He is a genius. He just won a lifetime achievement. Yeah, he is a genius.
I know you think I'm putting. I don't watch that
I know
show.
you told me that. I don't give a shit.
But I know you don't give a shit. You take it personally that I don't watch the show.
No, you don't. You watch it. Though.
I love the show.
It's a great show.
But he really was the brains behind Seinfeld, world, right?
Fucking A.
Yeah. So Larry.
No, but let me tell you what happened.
All right.
Very
so Larry
quick.
David. By the way, Larry David's been a friend of yours for over
50 years.
50
I met
years.
him when I was 12.
You were at summer camp with Larry David.
Hated him. Never saw him again until I became a comic. Became best friends. I was probably a drunk already.
Right.
I stared at him. I went, "There's something about you that's spooking the shit out of me."
Right.
And he got scared because he wasn't a drinker. He wasn't a druggie at all.
Why did you hate him at 12?
Because he was a fucking prick.
He was a prick.
Yeah, so was I.
Why was he a prick? What did he do to you?
He was a gangly, obnoxious fucking asshole like I was. He used to punch me. I punched him. I used to beat him. We had fist fights. But when I became a comic, he loved my work, and I loved his work. And then one day I got drunk at 2 in the morning here in New York.
Right.
And something about him scared the shit out of me. And we retraced our childhood. I went to this fucking camp when I was 12. I said, I went to camp. Which camp was that? Camp All America. I went to camp. You're that fucking asshole? And we came to blows at the bar.
You beat him up.
Well, we grabbed each other by our sweaters.
Tell me what happened, though, at this poker game. Let
me tell you about this Larry David thing. This is unbelievable.
Go ahead.
I rarely see him.
Right.
The guy loves me. I got his back. He's got mine. But sometimes you just
You're doing your own thing.
You do your own thing. I don't give a shit.
Right.
I love the guy, though. So he says, meet me at this restaurant in Beverly Hills. It was a real posh place. That's all right. I've been there. I didn't give a shit. But I don't like him paying all the time.
Right.
So I got bread, but he's loaded, obviously.
Right. He's got hundreds of millions
I got
of
there
dollars.
a half hour early.
Right.
I knew the guy, Maitre D. Said, listen, can you bring me the check? And they get nervous. Oh, Mr. David. No. Fuck Mr. David. I'm paying for the dinner.
Right.
He comes a half hour late. The maitre d' comes over, and I look at the menu, and Larry says, don't embarrass me. I said, what do you mean embarrass you? He says, he brings us the food that he wants us to eat. So what is this fucking, what am I, Papillon?
Yeah.
I'll order what the fuck I want.
He doesn't believe in ordering?
No, he says because they know, they let the chef bring us food.
Wow.
I mean, this is so unlike him because he's a real down-to-earth guy.
Right.
The guy brings about 25 fucking entrees. Yeah. Now I'm thinking, I'm in for like $1,000 already.
Right.
The phone rings in 20 seconds. He's a half hour late. The phone rings in 20 seconds.
Right.
It's Steve Martin. I'm sorry for name dropping.
All right.
And
Steve Martin, the famous
here's what Larry
comedian.
says. Steve, what's wrong? Holy shit, I forgot. And he closes his cell phone. He says, I have a poker game. I forgot. And he left.
And he left you sitting there.
Stuck with
30 dishes and $1,000 bill.
Talk to me about something like that. That's a funny story.
Well, it's true, though.
It's a funny story, but does that really hurt you? Because you know what? You're a tremendously talented guy. You never got the big hit like Larry. Listen to me. You have to have a television career.
I got the acclaim I wanted as a comic. That's all that matters.
But Larry David just pissed on you at that dinner.
Well, at the dinner because he had a but then they called me in the car. They're both.
Would he have done that to Seinfeld? No, but he did it to you.
Well, Steve Martin and him called me in the car for an hour, and they said, "Come over." First of all, there was one reason.
In other words, Steve Martin's more important than you to Larry David, so he dumps you.
They had an empty seat, and he forgot. I mean,
you were all right with that.
I was all right with that, but I wasn't going to go anyway because imagine their game. All right, I'll see that 30,000 like Cincinnati Kid. Yeah. I had $80 in my pocket. I was broke from the fucking dinner.
Do you think Steve Martin and Larry David play for high stakes?
Fuck, they have to.
I never get.
I don't know
for
sure,
but
do you like to play poker?
I would play for $1 too. I wouldn't play for.
It's fun playing. Then you cock around.
Right.
When I go to that Norby Walters game, I'm like Rickles. I put everyone down. I don't give a fuck who's there.
But you like going because it's showbiz people. You wouldn't go to a regular poker game.
No, it's fun to
You don't have any
somebody.
normal friends.
Huh?
You don't have normal friends. You have showbiz friends.
No, I don't. I have normal friends.
Really?
There's a genius artist here. I buy his artwork, Carl Totolo in New York. I have friends who are real people.
All right.
I don't, showbiz. I have very few showbiz friends. The only thing I'm missing is having meeting your wife. My wife's not in town this week, but
I got to meet her.
She's
I got to see her, but she's hot.
She is. She's pretty cool.
She's much younger than you?
No, she's about 6-7 years younger.
6-7 years
I met her
younger.
when she was like 43.
No kidding.
And I was in my early 50s.
You've really matured.
I don't want to tell a chick what Serpico is.
Why not?
Do you want to go see? I want to watch.
Take me 2 seconds to tell a young girl what Serpico is.
Yeah, not when they say they think it's like a urinary tract infection. No,
is it really that important to you that a girl knows what Serpico is?
And Al Pacino's in it.
He likes to talk in shorthand.
Yeah. That's right. I don't want to date someone who wasn't alive when I was watching Clockwork Orange. I can't take it.
I hate dating girls who know what Serpico is. Isn't that funny?
We're very different.
Yeah, we are.
Well, listen, you were married a long time, and you have family, and now and you have a beautiful, happy marriage. But I did the opposite.
Right.
I fucked like crazy, did all the drugs, and now I wanted somebody who was, a little more, who understood me.
By the way, I know you always try to get Artie off the drugs. I always appreciate that.
Yeah,
I tried the last time.
That was great.
You recommended.
I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, you
recommended.
recommended.
I've been reaching out to him.
Right.
That's all you can do. It's up to him.
You try to help.
I've tried to help for 2 years.
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk to him.
Let me tell you something.
Right, let Richard talk to you.
Listen,
you respect him.
You want to play gin tonight with Dr. Pinsky and I? That's the first thing I want to ask you. Artie, I was listening to a show the other night, and after the show, they interview everyone here on the show.
Right.
It's exactly what happened to me. Everyone has the right. Howard has his spin on it. Hey, he keeps the comedy intact. He says, "Hey, I have no problems with Artie doing it. He's great on the show." But and it's true. Some people say, let him do what he fucking wants to do. Robin is far more right in terms of what I know about being a drug addict.
Right.
She knows that you're fucking on a death fucking wish. Okay, you're in denial, Artie. That's it.
I don't think I'm on a death wish. I don't. I think I'm fine.
I think he's right.
It's a death wish, man. Don't you get? You're a fucking drug addict.
I know I'm a drug addict, but I don't think I'm on a death wish right now.
You
are
really on a death wish. I heard what you did. You went to a place. You had some Wolfgang Puck sandwiches. You jerked off.
That would have been great.
You had some wheat juice, and then you jerked off again. And then you had pizza with fucking peanut butter on it. It's all bullshit. I just pray that he. If this is not a bottom, nothing is.
This is the bottom, right? This is it. You're going to take your own life.
If what I read was true, and you know more than me, I'm not going to ask you about it. I know you're uncomfortable about it. If you try to take your own life, and this doesn't ring loud and clear that you just can't do fucking drugs and drink anymore, that it's done. You did it. You're lucky you're alive.
Did you ever try to take your own life?
No.
You would never do that?
No. Then I wouldn't masturbate anymore.
Do you and your wife discuss Serpico a lot? I mean, how often?
How often does Serpico come up in your life?
Is it really that?
I used to put. You dated a much younger woman and married.
Yes.
I used to put them through drills, almost like a terrorist.
All right.
I tie them behind. I would tie their hands behind their back. It was a little hot too, by the way. We combined sex with it too. I'd say you're watching my favorite Pacino movies and my favorite De Niro movies, 3 a day, and I tie them hands behind a bridge chair,
right.
and then we have intercourse afterwards.
Why are you masturbating so much if your marriage is so
that much?
How many times a week?
Well, on the road I get lonely when I'm not with my wife.
When you're with your wife, you have sex with her?
Yeah, of course.
How many times a week would you say? Honestly.
It's hard to know.
2
because
times?
I'm on the road a lot, so you got to factor that in.
On the road with the stand-up?
Yes, and that's why I jerk off on the road.
Leaves home?
And I don't know. I thought maybe he just leaves.
What did you say?
I thought
he says you're on the road with stand-up. I said, what do you think? He just leaves home?
Yeah, I just come home and like I wanted to see promoters. Right. Holy shit! 40 years of this shit.
When you were working with Jamie Lee Curtis, now there was an attractive woman.
Yeah. I smell something really horrible coming.
Did you ever get a boner when you were working with her? I mean, were you ever physically attracted to her?
When we finally made love in the scripts?
Yes.
And I got the script Friday for Monday rehearsal.
Yeah.
I used to speed read. Please let me have a makeout scene.
Let's consummate. Yeah.
All week is unbelievable.
Right.
Let's just. I would blow the lines purposely. Let's do the thing again. I fucked it up. I don't know where the camera is.
Gorgeous woman.
Unbelievable. But I put on 3 jocks because I would have got a Woody.
Were you attracted to her physically? Did you want her?
She's gorgeous.
Nothing ever went down with you guys?
I know because I knew Chris Guest, and I draw the line with married people.
You never did that. You didn't break the man code.
That's bullshit. You fucked married women.
Never.
I know you did.
No.
I know a married woman who fucked you.
She's lying.
Is she?
It's just like these Tiger Woods people that come out of the closet.
Yeah.
Why would you don't believe every one of these women telling the truth?
I do believe
it. With Tiger Woods.
I believe it. Robin slept with him.
Huh? So did I.
Yeah. Listen, let me...
I feel bad for Tiger Woods.
Richard Lewis.
Bad for him?
Why do
because
you bad for him?
Yeah.
You're right.
Because a lot of people are lying. Listen,
minute.
if I was 34, I did exactly what he did.
But you weren't married.
And I didn't have his money.
And you didn't get endorsements.
And I didn't lose the money, and I didn't have any, and I didn't commit adultery.
Yeah.
So that's the way you do it. So if you're listening, fuck your brains out, but just don't get married.
Of course, if he wasn't married, no one would care.
He'd be happy. He'd be like Hefner.
But he's out of his mind. What is he carrying on? Get a divorce and go carry on with women. That's all.
I don't understand why he doesn't get a divorce. He's so transparent that he wants to keep endorsements, it seems to me.
Yes. Right.
He should just say, you know what, the marriage was a mistake. I'm going to be a great father. My wife's very upset, and I'm moving on. We're moving on. We're going to be great parents.
And that,
I think they would believe him if he said that.
And that wife is so sexy.
Gorgeous.
Oh, my God. I would give it to her hard, and I would not get tired of that. I mean, that sounds terrific to me.
Your wife doesn't care that you say that, right?
Well, if I was a single guy,
sure.
a
single guy, you mean?
No, my wife. I love my wife.
I know, but does your wife get jealous if you look at another woman in a restaurant, say?
I don't do that. I'm very focused on her. I'm in a different place. I'm a different man. I'm being honest.
Because my wife and I can look at someone and go, holy shit, how fucking beautiful that woman is or that guy.
Well, sure, we'll comment. Like
You're looking at guys?
No, I look at chicks. She looks at
Richard
guys.
looks at guys, not me. Just real quick, you had a health scare recently.
I always have a health scare.
You had to have a chest X-ray? And they found something on your lung. Is that true?
Is that true?
Well, I told the story yesterday on a show.
What show was yours?
I don't want to tell you.
Why?
Because you're going to... No, I was on The View.
So why would I be mad about that?
She always teased me about everything.
Well, I think that's great you're on The View. What do I care?
I've done it more than anybody, 21 times.
Congratulations. I mean, why would I care if you're on The View? It's not like getting
a Nobel Peace Prize, but the show's great for me.
But why are you embarrassed to tell me you were on The View?
Because I've been on your show for 28 years, and every time I say anything positive about me, you knock me.
I'm happy
but not
for
lately,
you.
though. We have I think we're closer.
Not really. But I'm not going to knock you for being on The View. I mean, who are you close with? We're closer.
Well, no, I don't mean emotionally. Your chair is closer to me.
Hold on a second, Gary. Never book Richard on the show again. He just did The View for 21 times.
No,
why would I care if you do? I'm happy for you. I'm happy.
I went for a physical. I'll do this in 25 seconds.
Go ahead.
I took the chest X-ray.
Right.
And the doctor, in hushed tones, said, "Come into my office." What are you whispering for? I knew what it meant. Death.
Right.
I said, "Don't." Then I snapped, like a dry drunk. I'm not. I'm
all right. So what was on the chest X-ray?
He didn't know. He said it's either a tumor or a piece of egg.
Piece of egg? He
said some of these technicians are sloppy and they drop their lunch on it. So I went fucking nuts. I said, "You mean I have either cancer or a sandwich in my lungs?" He said, "That's right."
And what was it?
He sent me to an MRI guy.
Yeah.
So these guys have the easiest job in the world. They're doctors.
Right.
They don't do shit.
Right.
You go through that fucking thing.
Right.
And you hear Miles Davis, it scares the shit out of you.
Right.
It's like, you're in a movable coffin.
Right.
You think you're dead already.
Yeah.
So then I get out. It takes about 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
He says, "How you doing in there?" "Yeah, it's a fucking blast being in a tuna can, you asshole. Get me out of here." So I get out.
Fine.
So I said, "Doctor," because they have to be doctors, the MRI guys.
Yeah.
I said, "So what's the deal?" He says, "I can't tell you. It's not right. It's not proper protocol." I said, "Is it a fucking egg sandwich or is it a tumor? Or I'll kill you." I snapped.
Right.
He says, "Your doctor will tell you." My doctor didn't call me for 6 days.
Oh, my God.
You know why he didn't call me?
Why?
Because I finally nailed him. He says, "It's good news. It was good news." I figured you thought it was good news.
Oh, my God.
How do you think it's good news?
So you're not going to use this guy anymore, are you? I mean,
yeah, I love the guy.
Really? He didn't call you for 6 days?
Well, because he figured that most people don't get a call. They only call for bad news.
Doesn't he know you?
Huh?
Doesn't he know you're neurotic?
No, I love this guy. He's a great doctor. He saved my life many times.
Did your psychiatrist, is this a true
I don't
story?
go anymore to shrinks.
Did your psychiatrist fall asleep during a session? Is that true or is it a shtick?
True.
It's true.
Dozed off.
And that he dozed off.
She dozed off.
She dozed off.
I walked over to her, and she's like, "You want to tell you?" And I said, "I think I'm a woman. I had a gun in my mouth. I wear lipstick and heels at night, and I contemplate suicide." I did every horrible story, and then she woke. I shook her by her shoulders.
Do you remember what you were talking about when she fell asleep?
Yeah, that I wasn't fucking enough because I had an intimacy problem.
And she fell asleep.
Yeah. You know what she said?
What?
"I've heard this shit for 16 years." I went, "How dare you say that for
She
120
didn't say that.
Yes.
She did not.
Yes, because we talk that way.
She said, "I've heard this shit for 16 years."
That's right.
And that's it.
For $175 an hour, I said, "You know what? Blow me. I'm out."
Right. Great seeing you. The great Richard Lewis. We love him. Everyone loves him.
But he gave up psychiatry because that was his thing.
I don't need fucking psychiatry anymore.
Really? I'm shocked to hear that.
I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I know what they did to me when I was a kid.
Own.
I can still get a hard on. I got a good marriage.
Yeah.
I'm still doing comedy after 40 years. What do I have to fucking
Richard
tell a
had
shrink?
tremendous
I don't
mother.
have to report.
He had tremendous mother issues.
God.
What?
You had tremendous mother issues.
Huge.
Yeah. So you finally got over
She used to torture me when I was on your show back in the 80s. She used to call in.
Yeah.
I had a nervous breakdown once here.
I know. You hid in a bathroom for over like a half hour.
I was vomiting. It was like The Exorcist.
I thought you were putting me on.
It was crazy.
I thought you were kidding with me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
My head was spinning around.
Yeah.
Your mother sucks cockinelle, the whole 9 yards.
That's a story for another day.
All right. How many times?
Richard.
Please, I beg you, let me alone.
You don't want to talk to me?
This was the most mellow time I ever had with Howard, and now you're going to get me angst-ridden. Do you have a question? Do you ever have a question?
I do, but...
Just give me one question. You're 25 years old. Wait, 25 or 26?
26.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
They're great.
Thanks.
Shouldn't you have a question?
Yeah, we wanted to smell you.
Hey, smell me. What do you think? Too much?
Lisa.
No.
How does he smell?
Clean. It smells fine and not too much.
Would you have
Ask
noticed?
me a fucking question. I got to get out of here. And Still is here. I want to get out of here.
So, you have a good time today,
Oh,
man?
blow me.
No, come on, Richard. Richard, so you said it was a real mellow time in there today.
It was a mellow time until I see you, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
No, is it different?
Why'd you bother Stiller? I'm fed up with you.
You don't like me, do you?
I love you, but you don't do anything that shows that you're learning your craft.
You're not allowing me to
do what?
To
Come on,
progress.
look. What? Hey, how are you? Hey, you're a film man. Are you a film student?
I was at one point.
Would you get fired? You're the only guy who got fired
graduated.
from college. Yeah, what's your degree?
Communications.
No, your
broadcast.
degree is in annoyance.
It is.
You have a BN in annoyance.
I know.
But I love you, though. I'm rooting for you, for your career. Why don't you listen to her? She knows what she's doing.
Lisa knows what she's doing.
You want me to interview you?
No, you should.
Here, I'll film.
Yeah.
I'll film her talking to you.
Okay, watch this. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, nice to see you. You do look good today.
I feel good. Howard was in a great mood, thankfully.
But he
Got
got on your case about all your neighbor jackets.
Oh, what's wrong? This is not like, what, you want me to, if I walked in looking like a schlub, you'd kill me.
Right.
You know, but I hope I'm touring and I feel great, and it was the least stressed thing in 28 years with them.
Yeah. Wow, you've come a long way.
No, so is he. He's mature too.
Well, hopefully he won't retire.
Oh, he's not gonna retire. He needs these egos. It's a bottomless pit of need, like mine. He's not retiring. See, that was an interview.
She asked you one question. She said she talked about how he made fun of you about your jacket, and that's what I was going to ask.
And I think he's right.
You like Ronnie's outfit?
His clothes?
No, Ronnie behind him.
I would never say anything against him. He'd kill me.
Better watch out for that
Ronnie,
guy.
It's a good outfit.
Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Take care, man. I'll see you.
Stars, and we're here for the Black Superfan Contest.
Are you guys excited to be here?
Hell yeah.
Of course, you're super fans.
No question. Superfans and money.
It's surreal, man.
That's all it takes to get me out the house.
You guys nervous at all? How do you think it's going to go?
It's going to be.
I think I'm gonna
beat these guys. Yeah, he's very confident. Ron's very confident.
Why are you so confident, Ron?
Hey, listen, I'm a real fan. I listen every day, man. That's all I listen to. I got the satellite radio, and that's all I don't even listen to the music station.
Well, he's a New Yorker, man. He's LI, so we both from Philly, so
Yeah.
New York got the
I don't even
advantage.
watch
you
TV
know.
anymore. I actually leave my radio on.
He might win, man.
all
Just
day.
stare at the radio
I leave
all
my
day?
radio on all day. I come home from work.
Oh, wow.
Come home to Howard.
I'm not that bad, but I've listened about 6 hours a day.
All right,
I listen
man.
to all the replays.
All right, sounds like you guys are pretty ready. You know, it sounds like you might know your stuff.
Well, yeah, but when the lights are on and the pressure's on,
Yeah, it's a lot different when you're in
it's
there.
different. I know I'm a choke, so.
All right, guys. Well, good luck today.
Thank you. Right, I'm the winner.
Hey, it's time to find out who is the biggest black superfan. That's right, black superfan trivia. Well. Here are three fine black gentlemen all vying for bragging rights. Who is the top black superfan? Is it Brian?
Yes.
Brian, hi. Brian, a lot of people were carrying on. You're evidently a very famous black man.
No, I'm not famous.
You are on a TV show called The Wire, and you're an actor.
Yes, I am an actor.
Yes.
I'm a struggling actor.
What were you on The Wire?
I played homicide detective Vernon Holly for 5 seasons.
Okay, I do recognize
you. I recognize you, and you're beautiful, Rob.
Gary was like, oh, my God, he's from my favorite TV show. Evidently, a lot of the guys in my office watch The Wire. I've never seen it.
The Wire is a great show, but it's over now.
Yeah, I heard if you say The Wire is a great show, you imply you've seen it.
I watched every episode of the
Why do you not recognize Brian?
Because
he was not a major character.
No, I wasn't major, no.
You were a detective.
Thank you for digging in my heels, Rob.
You know what he would do? I'll tell you what a typical scene with him was.
What?
You know, the other guys, the main guys would be in there having a very
the main guys.
And he would walk through and say, and hand him a paper or something.
I would have at least 2 lines, Robin.
Jesus. That's horrible.
She's right. I had 2 episodes maybe where I was featured, but she's absolutely right.
For the 5 seasons, was it a living? I mean, could you make some money doing The Wire? I mean,
my best year as an actor is probably 30 G's, Howard.
It's a tough business. That's more the reality of acting, isn't it?
I do a lot of theater, but yeah.
Right. So,
yeah, I know Brian as well.
I met Artie. Yeah.
I've heard The Wire is amazing, and unfortunately, I've never seen it. But I met Brian at a road gig, and he sent me some letters back and forth. He's a really nice guy, good guy.
Brian, you even worked in a film with Fred Norris. Is that correct?
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure of working with Fred, but yeah, Fred, Cold Hearts. You played Uncle Joe.
Oh, then you definitely were not there on the beach. I was working with a chick that night.
Yeah, no.
But you were in the same movie, I take it.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So
how do you make a living otherwise? I mean, do you just do it from acting, or do you have another
from
job?
acting?
That's it.
From theater and film. It's a new film coming out called Shelter with Julianne Moore that I'm in.
Oh, that's good.
And Explicit Ills with Mark Webber, who wrote and directed it.
And what do? You go on auditions and you have to sit there and act and all that stuff?
Nobody's you don't have a quote. They don't just call you.
Well, I used to have a quote, but because of the economy, you just, a lot of people work on my level work for scale.
Yeah.
You know?
During the recent years, didn't you work with Ben Stiller, in fact?
I did. I'm Keeping the Faith on Edward Norton's story.
How is that? Did he was he friendly toward you? Are you guys best friends now?
We're not best friends.
Would he recognize you if he?
No, he would not recognize me. I mean, we had 3 scenes together in the movie, but they were very quick. It was a 14-hour day on Wall Street.
Was he friendly to you during the scenes, or did he keep his distance?
He got a little pissed off at me.
Why?
Well, because we were doing a scene where I actually closed-armed him in the last scene of the movie. And so,
you did what?
I mean, my last scene of the movie. I clotheslined him.
You closed it? You fist bumped?
No, like he was running like this, trying to get to Jenna Elfman.
Yes.
And he ran into my arm.
Oh, so you stick out your arm while he's running toward Jenna Elfman, and you block him out like a physical violence.
That's a clothesline.
It's from football, your arm hits where your neck goes.
But we worked it out with the sump coordinator, and then he came in and he was like, "I don't want you to touch me. I don't want you to touch me." Well, I have stage combat training. I know what I was doing, but I couldn't say anything. He's a big star.
Right.
So when we did the scene, he would do that, and I would never touch him, but then he complained that the recoil was not authentic. And I was like, I couldn't say anything to him, but it's not going to be authentic because I can't touch you.
Yeah.
So, he
isn't it his fault that if he can't make it look like he hit you? That,
no, it's not his fault, but,
I believe it is.
He, he's a big star. I mean, he's a brilliant physical comedian.
Did you yell back, or did
Hell no.
Brian, how long have you been a listener to the show?
Since 1989, Howard. My first wife turned me onto the show.
Do you think that you are going to be the winner in Black Superfan Trivia?
Well, Ron, who's from Long Island, psyched me out. He said he was going to win.
Right.
In the green room. And he's a New York listener, so he's probably...
Cyrus calls in all the time. Let me say hi to Cyrus. Cyrus, you are second contestant. We'll get to all the guys. But, Cyrus, you call in at least a couple of times a week, don't you?
Yeah.
Hey now. Where are you from, Cyrus?
I'm from Philly.
And you're definitely black. In fact, you're blacker.
Definitely
You're blacker than Brian.
Was there a question?
Aren't you?
He's the blackest, I would
You
think.
are much darker than Brian. I'd say you're 10 shades darker.
God.
Easily. I mean, Brian's about pretty white, actually. I think he could pass, don't you?
I actually thought you were going to call me white. I thought I was going to be the lightest.
Look at the long straight hair.
Yeah, well, Well, Cyrus, no, you're definitely blacker, but do you think you're going to win this?
I wouldn't have came all the way up here if I didn't think so.
Do you think Brian qualifies as a black contestant even? Maybe he's white and he's trying to act all black.
Yeah, see, acting work is slim right now. He's taking all roles.
I'm blacker than Barack.
Brian's white until he tries to get a cab, believe me.
Right.
Exactly.
Cyrus, what do you do for a living? Do we know?
I call into shows for a living.
So you're a retired gentleman?
Retired?
You're Captain Jank. You're the black Captain Janks.
No.
You seem very young to be just hanging around and not working.
No, I work.
You do work?
Yeah.
What kind of work do you do?
I work for the gas company.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And so you have a regular job, and you get to hear the show every day, and you get to hear enough of the show that you think you are a super fan and that you will win the trivia contest.
I know I'm a super fan, Howard.
I see. And you have an interesting past. In doing a little pre-interview with you claim you were once raped by a woman.
Whoa!
Is that true?
It's true.
Yeah. How does one get raped by a woman? Because no one's believing it.
Explain, please.
You mean you're so hot that a woman needed to rape you?
No, it's I didn't realize it till like 10 years from that day. What happened was...
Yeah, because it's so rare.
I mean, when you were raped, you didn't even realize you were raped. You went into shock, yes.
No, what happened was I went over to this girl's house, and we was about to do it. And her phone rang. She left the room, left for an hour. And I was like really tired from work.
Oh.
So I went to sleep. And she said, you got to get that shit up. And I'm like, nah, let me, I'll get you later. Just let me sleep.
Right.
She walks out the room, comes back with this big ass knife, and puts it to my neck.
Oh wow!
And she's a blood because I was out in California then, right?
Right.
And
she's in the gang, the Bloods.
Yep.
All right.
And her brother lived with her. It was a big dude.
Right.
She said, "Look, I want to tell my brother that you hit me, and he has a gun."
Oh no!
All the time while she had that knife to my throat.
Wow.
So
well, she must have been super horny, huh, Cyrus?
I guess so.
Yeah, she wanted it then and now. Boy, no woman has ever done that to me.
Taken a knife to you and said, you better do me.
You better get that shit up.
Yeah, so
now, how do you do that?
I had to keep that shit up because I wanted to. I didn't even nut. I just wanted her to get her shit so I can get the hell out of there and never see her ass again.
It sounds like you're not that attracted to her either because you didn't even come, you say.
No, because I was scared shitless. I just wanted to make sure if I came and she didn't get her nut, what the fuck was going to happen to me?
Right. So after you boned her and she came, you didn't even finish coming. You just got out of there. And you said, "That's it. The last time I'm seeing her."
Good move.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're very smart to do that. All right. So Cyrus is our second contestant in Black Superfan Trivia. There goes Cyrus in his car, leaving the girl. And finally, we come to our third contestant, a very distinguished gentleman, a black gentleman, of course, Ron. Ron, how are you?
I'm good, Howard. How are you?
I'm good. Ron has been a fan of the show since 1997, and you never liked the show at first, and then I guess somehow you got into it. What was the turning point?
Well, none of my black friends liked the show, and the only reason I did start listening is because I was working with some contractors, and they had the radio.
And you got caught up in it.
Exactly. And once I really gave it a listen, I started to love it.
Right. And so you started to work with the contractors, and they liked the show. You listened. You got into it. Did you tell your other black friends, or did you just say, "Hey, I'm going to keep this my secret"?
No, I tell them, but they think I'm insane.
They still don't. They still don't want to.
No, they hate me.
Why is that? Black people love fun. They love hijinks. They love comedy. I mean, they're fans of comedy, of course. Why would they be against the show? I don't even understand.
I think most of them think you're racist, Howard.
I know. Why do I get tagged with the racist thing?
I don't know. Whenever you do a skit or something, someone says the N-word or something, they take it personal.
Right. I understand.
I don't know.
All right. Well, listen, not everyone's hip to what we're doing
Hey,
here.
fuck your friends.
That's what I say, Artie. Fuck them.
You keep listening.
Ron, you're quite the player.
Oh, stop it. Don't start that.
Married for 13 years. You have 7 kids from 4 different women.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
How did that happen,
You've been married
Ron?
4 times?
No, I was only married. I'm only married once.
But he had 7 kids from 4 different women.
You never got to marry these women, huh?
I didn't like most of them.
Did you ever consider wearing a rubber when you were with these women?
Not usually, Howard.
Right. You don't like to wear rubber. A lot of black guys do not like to wear a rubber, right?
Well, back then, I mean, the youngest of these kids now is 17, so this was a long time ago.
Right. What is that like for you financially? That's got to be a big hit.
Devastating, Howard.
I paid $18,000 last year in child support.
$18,000 in child support for these kids. Wow. Do you have contact with all of them, or is it almost impossible?
I hate all of them.
You do? You hate all, that's
Kids
very
aren't
honest.
all they're cracked up to be.
Would you recommend other people have children? Or
No. Jason, don't ever do it.
Right. So, yes.
I was going to say, $18,000 $15,000 divided by 7 kids.
It's $1,100 a year for a kid.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a lot
Shut
of
up,
money.
Gary. You're rich.
Yeah.
50 Cent paid what? 50 Cent?
Well, Ryan, you don't make a lot of money, right?
I'm making low 60s.
Low 60s.
What does he do?
I'm a facility manager.
Facility manager? You had a little trouble for a while. Were you dealing drugs or what were you doing? You went to prison for a while, right, Ron?
Well, I did 8 months in jail. I was the worst drug dealer in the world. You kidding me?
You were a bad drug dealer.
Forget me.
He didn't make any money in
No,
drugs?
I used up all my shit.
Man, I've done a few of those.
Wow.
You mean you would not really, you would use all your inventory?
This was a long time. This was like 20 years ago.
Your friends don't like us. It's really okay.
Yeah, it is okay.
You know, I got a beef with motherfuckers like this guy because there were drug dealers that would tell me they had the shit, and by the time I drive over there, they don't have the shit.
Because they used it all.
And they're fucking high.
Yeah.
Well, Ron.
Sold out, Art.
So, Ron, so the kids that you had, they're not even nice to you.
Hey, man, listen, it is what it is. I pay for them. I don't give a shit. They don't got to be nice to me. Whatever.
Whatever. Well, you sound very bitter about it.
I am very bitter.
What goes wrong when you see the kids? You ever say to them, hey, kids, can't you be nice to me?
Hey, listen, man, I can't make nobody like me, Howard. I'm not trying to. I'm too old for this shit. Forget about it.
And was he in the kids' lives? I mean, did he try visiting? And
I tried. Their mothers are cunts.
Get him!
Do you love them? Do you love them at all?
I love my wife. I'm with 2 kids. Well, 2 kids I live with now. I love them. I love them. The other one can go to shit.
Right. Boy. All right. Well, it sounds like a bitter situation.
Yes.
But, so you think you are the biggest black super fan? Is that
I have
right?
no question. I'm gonna whip you. Yo, Art, how about a little action? I got 50. I beat these guys.
All right. I'm in.
All right. Well, it's time to play. All 3 gentlemen are regular fans of the show. They like to listen to the show. We have Brian, the actor, Cyrus, who, of course, was raped by a woman,
That's his claim to fame.
and Ron, who hates his kids and is the world's worst drug
been
dealer.
raped too.
In a different way, yeah.
His pockets.
Yeah, poor Ron. Fellas, it's very simple. When you hear the question, buzz in. You lock the other guys out because the light will light up. So we'll know who comes in first.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
If you want, you can let each guy buzz in so you can hear their noise.
Yeah, now, Brian, here. Brian,
damn.
press your buzzer so we can hear your noise.
Here we go, Howard. Hey, now.
Go ahead.
Yo, 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 yo.
That's your noise. Yo, 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 yo. Cyrus, let's hear your noise.
Obama!
All right. And Ron, let's hear your noise.
Hello.
I don't hear it.
There'll be no noise.
Peace and love, peace and love.
Let's hear yours.
Gluckle, gluckle, gluckle.
There you go. All right, that's you, Ron. Okay.
Mr. Morgan. Yes.
That's one of Ron's ex-wives who made that.
All right, I'm going to go through them. 5-point questions. That's it. Whoever at the end of this game has the most points is Black Superfan Trivia Expert.
Hey, Howard, if we answer wrong, do we get a point taken away?
You do not.
Oh, okay.
Where's our hands go?
So answer in.
Your hands can go anywhere you want except in Brian's lap.
Oh, well.
All right.
That's kind of
straight. All right.
That's kind of cute.
All right, here we go. Fellas, I wish you all luck, and thank you for playing.
Thank you.
And I tell you what, let's make it a little bit interesting. How about I throw a little money to the winner of this contest?
Hey, now.
I got my good sponsor, mangroomer.com. And you guys got back hair?
Yeah.
You got it, Brian?
Jason and I are twins in the back.
The new Man Groomer is the essential do-it-yourself electric back hair shaver. Only $39.99. Go to mangroomer.com or your local Target store to get one today. Mangroomer.com. Maintain yourself. What do you say I give $1,000 to the winner?
Whoa.
How generous of you.
Hey, Santa Claus is in the room.
Buzzing in now.
All right, now we're getting serious, right? All right, here we go. Just buzz in when you know the answer. Howard often says this actor is the blackest actor in the world.
Obama!
Wesley Snipes.
Cyrus is on the board. Don't answer till I call your name, but Cyrus, you were first, in fact, and Wesley Snipes is right with 5 points on the board. Name the black janitor Howard often had on as a guest on K-Rock. Go ahead, Cyrus.
Ted.
Ted the janitor is correct.
Cyrus out to a
10-point
fast
lead.
start.
He's faster than me.
He's quick. All right, fellas, here we go. Name the black cleaning woman Howard often had on guest on WNBC. Brian.
Janie.
Janie, the cleaning woman, is correct.
Nice.
Brian on the board.
I know the other two, too, but he's faster.
Ron, how you doing over there?
My shit ain't working.
He's kicking our ass right now.
All right, here we go.
Want to test his buzzer once more just to make sure?
I'll bet you Ron will get it. Test your buzzer. Go ahead.
Gluckle, gluckle,
It
gluckle.
works. It works. You got to beat the other guys out. All right, I bet you Ron will do good with this one. Here we go. What Long Island town did Howard's parents refuse to move out of even after all the other white families moved out? Brian.
That would be Roosevelt.
That is correct.
That would be correct.
Now, remember, if one of you gets it wrong, you can always buzz in and get,
Try your hand at it?
All right, Roosevelt's correct. So we've got a 10-10 game. We've got Brian, the actor, with 10 points. We got Cyrus, who was raped by a woman, at 10 points. And Ron, still nothing on the board, Ron. Come on. Here we go. Which black singer once bragged on the show that he drew a picture of the ass he wanted the plastic surgeon to give his wife? Ooh.
Ah.
All right. Brian, go ahead. You just made it in.
Mr. James Brown.
And that is correct. Right. If you remember correctly, James Brown went with his wife to the plastic surgeon and drew out the ass he wanted for his wife. Here we go. Which black porn star did Scott the engineer agree to get ass fucked by for $250,000 before changing his mind? Brian.
Lexington Steele.
That is correct. Let me point out Lexington Steele is not gay and did not want to ass fuck Scott.
And now we have a change in the lead of this game.
Brian is going at a rapid pace with 20 points. Cyrus, who was raped by a woman, at 10 points. And Ron, who hates his kids, is at 0 points.
Now, Ron, I think, was predicting that he was going to win. So I guess he's going to be answering a question.
I messed up again, Robin.
Robin, you're right. I think what Ron's strategy is he's going to wait until right now to come out and leap ahead. Here we go. Big Black, king of all blacks, angry black. Which one is a street cleaner?
Yo.
And that's Brian again.
That would be King of All Blacks.
That is correct. King of All Blacks is right. Now you're at 25 points. Cyrus, what's happening?
I was just a little slow in that one, Howard.
Ron, what's happening?
I know the answers. I can't buzz.
All right, here we go. If you know the answer, answer this one. Who did Crazy Cabbie fight to draw into contention for a tension boxing match in 2001? Let's go right back to Brian.
Oh, 2001, Stuttering John?
Wrong.
Oh. Somebody else want to buzz in?
Somebody else want to buzz in? No takers on that one. The answer was...
Come on, Cyrus. Come on.
The answer is, sorry, Angry Black. Angry Black. All right, but that's okay. You didn't lose any points there.
Okay. Shit.
All right, complete the song lyric. The house next door to me has been sold to... Brian?
I'm sorry to say niggers.
That's right. The N-word was used in that song. You are absolutely right. And that's another...
It was niggers.
It was the other one.
Robin knows.
30 points for Brian. Cyrus, who was raped by a woman, 10 points. And Ron, who hates his kids, at 0. Here we go. Name the black character played by Howard that suggested we rename Nebraska, Nebraska, and make it an all-black state. Brian
again.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit is not the answer?
No. The helicopter guy.
All right, let's go to Ron. Ron, go ahead.
Mama Look a Boo Boo.
You're on the board with 5 points.
Finally.
Mama Look a Boo Day is the character who wanted to name Nebraska, and move all blacks to Nebraska. All right, Ron, now you're rolling. Here we go. Charlie Superfly is better known as who on the show?
Mama!
Miss Black Howard Stern.
Miss Black Howard Stern. Cyrus is right for another 5 points. Cyrus now up to 15 points. Which black celebrity has Howard admitted to being romantically linked to? Cyrus, you got it.
Robin Givens.
Robin Givens is correct, and now you have 20 points. It's 30 for Brian in the lead, 20 points for Cyrus, who was raped by a woman, and Ron, who hates his kid, with 5 in third place.
A lot of people thought that was Al Sharpton, actually.
Which Biggie Smalls song does Artie often rap on the air? Let's go, Brian. That is wrong.
Give me the loot.
Give me the loot is right, Ron. You're on the board with 10 points now. You're coming up there.
Yeah.
Ron coming up from behind. I knew.
Give me the loot is the Biggie Smalls song that Artie sings it all the time.
Give me the loot.
Let me recap. Brian, the actor, 30 points. He's on the TV show The Wire for 5 years. Cyrus, of course, who was raped by a black woman, he has 20 points. And Ron, 10 points. He hates his kids. Okay,
damn, niggas like Shaquille. Shit is real. But it's time to get
Which African-American guest did Sal the stockbroker announce he was the white devil to shortly after his on-air interview? Let's go to Brian.
Mr. Russell Simmons.
Mr. Russell Simmons is correct, and that is 35 points for you. What was the name of the button Gary had to hit whenever a black customer entered the clothing store he worked at as a teen?
Wow,
let's go to Brian.
Again.
The Schwoogie button.
The Schwoogie button is correct. That's right. Gary had to hit the button whenever a black person walked into his store. Which black musician demonstrated on Robin how he'd lift her up and fuck her against the wall if given a chance? Let's go to Brian again.
That would be the Mr.
Let's go to Ron.
Wyclef Jean.
Wyclef Jean is correct with 15 points.
Right,
I like that, Robin.
Where are we in this game?
All right. We have 4 questions left, and now the rules change. Each question is 10 points.
See?
And you lose 10 points if you get it wrong.
Now you got to be careful.
All right. Let's find out who the black superfan really is.
Give us the score now.
Listen, Brian is in the lead. He is an actor, and he has 40 points. Cyrus, who was raped by a woman, is at 20 points. And Ron in third place with 15 points. Now, anything can happen with these 4 10-point questions.
Sure
then we move into our audio round. So let's get it right.
Fuck.
Here we go. Fuck.
Excuse me.
All right.
That's my friend.
It's that kind of game show.
It's not K-Rock.
Here we go. Remember, don't buzz in so quick. Think about this. You'll lose 10
I'm trying
points.
to beat Cyrus. He's fast.
Which black athlete lifted Robin up off the ground and bench pressed her over his head?
Oh, shit.
Everybody backing off those buttons.
Whoa, I'm shocked you don't know this.
No.
Every great black superfan trivia expert should know this. All right, I'm going to say the game, that question is over.
Answer.
The answer was Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal was in here and lifted Robin over his head. All right, listen
and I'd
carefully.
like to say, no one came to my aid.
Oh, no. I ran out of the room.
I saw Shaquille one time. He makes me look like a...
He is big.
I shouldn't say that. All right.
And a great guest.
Yes.
Here we go. Which black musician once described in great detail what he'd do on a date with Robin, which included cooking for her? Brian, go ahead.
That would be Mr. Clarence Clemens.
And that's 10 points that you just earned. Cyrus, you're shaking your head, and so is Ron. What happened, Cyrus?
I knew that.
You knew that.
So did I.
But you got to have Ron. You got to have confidence. You sounded so confident at the beginning of this.
Now is the time to gamble because the game is almost over.
Well, we still have the audio rounds coming up.
You just replayed that too.
All right, here we go. Brian's still in the lead with 50 points, Cyrus with 20, and Ron with 15. Here we go. While Howard was on in Washington, D.C., he went on a popular public television show hosted by this African-American who was later immortalized in the movie Talk to Me. Let's go to Ron. Ron?
Petey Green.
Petey Green is right. 10 points, Ron. That's how you get in the game.
Ron.
You got to take chances.
You're making a play.
All right, Ron.
I saw that movie, too.
That's right. It was a good movie. Here we go.
Don Cheadle.
And now here's your final 10-point question, then we'll move into the audio round. Which New York mayor did Robin accuse Gary of voting for because it would calm down the black people? All right, Brian.
That would be Mayor Dinkins.
That's 10 points.
I
Mayor
believe
Dinkins.
Gary said that. I didn't accuse him.
He did say it. Gary voted for Mayor Dinkins to calm down the black people.
I never said that, and I dare you to produce a tape.
I heard the tape, Gary.
I interviewed you, and that's what you said.
I said I thought that the city would be less polarized. I didn't say it would calm down the black.
Semantics, Gary, semantics.
What do the Polish people have to do with it? The Polish people.
All right, let's get serious now. Black Superfan Trivia. We have our good friends at mangroomer.com giving me some money here. The winner's going to have $1,000 in his pocket. All right, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. This is going to be audio. I'm going to play you some audio, and you will answer. Now, each question is worth, again, 10 points.
Oh, 10.
But if you get it wrong, you lose 10 points. Right. Okay? Fair enough? All right. This is it. There's only 4 of these. So this is going to determine the whole thing. You guys are close enough that anyone can win.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Name the African-American celebrity who uttered this phrase.
I would love to.
Yo.
Brian, you got in first.
I would love to. OJ.
O.J. Simpson is correct. That is very good. You have 10 more points. You're at 70. Cyrus at 20. Ron moving up because he's got 25 points. All right. Here we go. Identify the speaker in this clip. All right, Cyrus.
Hate Man.
Hate Man is right. That's 10 points right there on the board. That's what you need to do. All right. Name the African-American who said this.
Sucker mucker.
Yo.
Brian, you got there first.
Mr. Riley Martin.
Riley Martin is correct. Now up to 80 points for Brian. This is the final question. I think you've got this one in the bag. But which African-American athlete once sang this song to Robin?
It's so
yo.
loving somebody
When somebody loves you back.
All right, Brian, you seem to be on a roll. What is it?
Well, I met Mr. Joe Frazier.
You are the greatest black super fan to have ever lived right now.
He's not. He's faster than everyone else. He ain't. I know all those answers.
Cyrus, congratulate him. Ron, you're bitter.
I'm not congratulating no fucking body.
You're not congratulating.
And he's also the lightest skin guy.
Did you feel that? I am. Why are you a sore loser? What happened? What do you think about him?
My button ain't working, Howard.
There it is. It's working.
Everybody can work it but you, Ron.
Yes, right.
I learned from Cyrus. I knew those 2 questions, but he was faster. So
I'll tell you what, Brian, you've won $1,000. It's courtesy of the newmangroomer.com. And I tell you what, for our other contestants, Cyrus and Ron, I like you guys. I'll let you guys split $500, so you each get $250. How's that? All from mangroomer.com. And I'm telling you, I love the Man Groomer.
Thank you, Man Groomer.
It is the essential do-it-yourself electric back hair shaver, only $39.99. Go to mangroomer.com or your local Target store to get one today. Mangroomer.com. Maintain yourself. Brian, how's it feel to be the greatest black superfan trivia expert?
It feels wonderful. It's surreal, Howard. I love being here. I'm going to give you another a quick trivia item.
Go ahead.
Your secret, your pet name from your ex-wife, your lovely ex-wife, Allison.
Yes.
Boopchenga.
Boopchenga, right.
Whoa,
Boopchenga.
I didn't know that.
That is correct.
Jesus.
You get 10 more points.
Thank you.
Brian is...
You didn't even need those points.
Yeah, you didn't even need that.
Brian is a super fan, man. We've written letters back and forth.
Artie actually called my house and wrote me, and I wrote him back. He's a wonderful man.
What's funny about it, when you came in, you were probably, out of all 3 guys, bragging the least. You were the most humble when you walked in here. That's why I didn't peg you for the winner. Cyrus, you had me convinced. And Ron, the way you were talking, you were ready to start betting.
Hey, listen, man, I'm slow. I know the answers. I'm slow on the button.
Ron was just trying to psych everybody out.
Ron, how do you feel that Brian won, but he is least black? I mean, he's the lightest skinned black man here.
I think in many
light-skinned guy.
Ron, I think you can put us all together. We don't make a black person all together. No.
After hearing about Ron's life, and I don't mean this to be offensive in any way, but in many ways, Ron is the blackest man up there.
He's living it.
Ron had an unfortunate incident with some women.
Several women.
Yes, 7 beautiful kids.
Well, and
7 accidents.
Hey, Howard, I got an F Mary kill for you.
You want to ask a question, Ron? Go ahead.
I got an F Mary kill for you.
Go ahead.
Oprah Winfrey.
Go ahead.
Monique.
Monique, okay, yes.
And Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, that is a hard one.
Oh, my God.
Well, I think I'd bang Oprah.
Oh.
I'd marry Monique.
Really? You're killing Whoopi Goldberg?
I don't want to kill Whoopi.
Oh, no. She's a friend of this show.
Maybe I just bump off all 3 of them. leave me out of it. I don't know, man.
That is not an option.
I don't know if those 3 are my ladies, but whatever.
You gotta choose.
I'd kill them all and pay for Lola Falana to blow me.
You gotta kill Monique because that bitch don't even have a neck.
All right, I'll get rid of Monique.
Beautiful black woman.
I'll fuck Oprah and I'll marry Whoopi. How's that?
Wow.
Oprah has more money.
That was a good one.
All right, I'll marry Oprah and I'll fuck Whoopi. I don't know. That's a tough one, Ron. You're giving me too much stress.
Let me give you a similar white one.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready? Okay. F, marry, kill.
All right. With this choices, I'm signing up for Ashley Madison.
This is for the black. This is for Ron, though. I want to hear his. I want to hear his.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. You got.
Ron needs to keep it in his pants. My opinion.
Need any more kids.
I ain't effing nothing on it.
I hope you're wearing a rubber now these days. Are you? No more kids for you.
No, I got a rubber on right now.
Good.
Can't even go into a place without a
Go
rubber.
ahead quickly, Artie.
Okay. Elizabeth Taylor, Joan Rivers. And then you don't even worry about having kids with those. And Cloris Leachman.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm going to kill Cloris Leachman.
Sexy.
Yeah. What's Elizabeth Taylor? Yeah. I'll marry her. She's married. She's used to getting married.
Right.
I'll fuck the other one, whoever that was.
Joan Rivers.
There you
she
go.
Can't have kids.
And by the way, Brian will be on the all-black superfan roundtable tonight on Howard 101 in honor of Black History Month. Brian, you're participating in that.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so that should be a a lot of fun.
It's all black?
All black.
Is it
Black
really?
History Month. What, are you kidding me?
Is it just you three, or are there a couple other contestants? Where are they?
No.
You guys realize we're the only channels, I don't even think the black channels celebrate Black History Month as much as we do. We love it.
Channels.
Howard, you have done more for the black man than Tarzan.
Absolutely. And by the way, Ron, you didn't win today, but I think we can actually arrange for you to fuck Joan Rivers. Oh. If you really want that to happen.
Set it up, Howard.
All right, we'll see what happens. No
Ron,
kids
that's
there.
2 phone calls.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thanks. Brian,
Thank you guys for coming in. It's a pleasure
Robin,
to
it's
meet
a wonderful
all of
meeting.
you. You guys were
Beautiful.
great.
Hi, Robin.
Very
How are you?
much.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Oh,
Yes.
I have your magazine in your thing. Can I get a signature
Sure.
later?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, my money was on you.
I tried to sack him out, Howard.
Good meeting you, finally. Call it all the time.
Howard, I know you don't like shaking hands, brother, but I love you, man.
You know you're a fan. Howard, I didn't mean to shake your hand. I didn't mean to shake your hand.
Thank you for all the years,
I meant to do
man.
that.
Look on the back.
Nice.
Right in my.
Remember Timo. Right. His name was Howard.
Brian, congratulations, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
How do you feel, dude?
I feel great. Lisa G is. We were talking about Lisa G's hot behind and
I got back, baby.
Yes. You're very beautiful.
No, Ron, what happened, man? You were talking so much shit in the beginning.
You know what? My buzzer wasn't working. I'm not bullshitting. Something's up with my buzzer, man.
The buzzers were, yeah.
This dude is fast, though. I mean, he's big but fast.
Yeah, Brian, you seemed like you weren't that confident to begin with, and
no, I'm a humble guy, but listen. I don't know who knows what, so again, I don't hear. I mean, I try to listen every day, but sometimes I miss. But yeah.
Cyrus, what happened, man?
They're a lot older than me, so they knew. They've been listening longer. I had the youth factor against me. That's all. But I'll be back.
All right. Well, you guys lost, but you still walked away with some money, so it's all good, right?
Yeah, as long as I have some money.
Hey, he slept at a bus terminal.
Oh yeah, so I had to leave my house at 11 just to get here.
That's a super fan.
That's a super fan.
All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and congratulations.
I'm going to play a couple of things that have been happening, including Sal's weird pronunciations. You know the word villa?
Yeah.
I have a villa in France, perhaps you'd say. He calls it a villa.
I hate to say this.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
But
in Italian.
Get out of here. You're in America, asshole. First of all, I'll tell you what. You're not from Italy. You didn't grow up in Italy. You've never been in Italy.
Right. I've been to Italy.
Yeah, okay. Here's Sal from the wrap-up show yesterday. Listen to this guy.
Women love men who are successful. So you have to play the success card. You have to paint the big picture. 90% of the time, a woman is not going to be attracted to the average guy right off the bat. But if you give her a reason, like you have a mansion, like you have a place in the Hamptons, like you have a villa in Italy, stuff that most likely she won't see.
What do you have in Italy?
I have a villa in Italy.
A villa. You've heard of a villa.
That's the best. I have a villa.
When Gary said, "What do you have in Italy?" I thought he was saying, like, you're really exaggerating.
I've never seen a guy, because you seem like a bright guy to me. Honestly, you do.
I think I'm a bright guy, but in Italy, they say villa. They say bene sta villa.
Forget Sal being an idiot with the word villa.
Okay.
Listen to this. This is from the wrap-up show. Don't get caught up in what the content is. Just listen to this word. Listen to it.
Do you know do you remember what that whole Jim Jones thing was about?
Yeah. He had an occult. He gave all these people Kool-Aid and they dropped dead.
Wait, he had what?
He had this occult. I think it's called an occult.
Right.
So in Italy, they say occult?
They say, where did you get that one from?
Yeah. How'd you learn how to say that wrong?
Well, a cult, I heard then it was cult, not a cult, but an occult is, I think it's a combination, it's like satanic groups. They're occults. But I thought it's the same thing. It's as long as it's a group
Sal,
of weird people.
do you ever read? Do you ever like take an interest in anything?
Ever consult the dictionary?
No.
Sal, when
Too
people
busy.
are saying occult, they're not saying occult. They're saying a, and then a word C-U-L-T, cult.
A cult.
And then there is the occult.
The occult or occult is, holy cow! I can't
When I
believe
say occult, O-C-C-O-U-L-T, whatever it is, and you hear people saying occult, I'm always thinking it's occult. No, I never distinguish the difference between a cult and a cult. When you
holy cow! Where did you grow up, man? And don't give me this bullshit.
I grew
you
up
say
in Holbrook.
villa because you were in Italy.
Yeah, because when you're in Italy, they're
Okay.
like, come to my villa.
You know, he says that like from Transylvania. I want you to come to my villa.